The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Welcome,
hey there,
everybody. God damn it.
Oh, I thought I was... you
Good
said
job.
it. You know what? You do it. You do it.
Welcome, everybody, to Sunset City, a Sonic podcast for the classic and modern age. I'm Nick. There's Pup.
Hey.
There's Gilly.
I'm eating a bacon, egg, and cheese.
And there's Wayne.
But.
I fucking hate wearing headphones when someone's eating. Like, it's nasty. I can hear the fucking bread
it's real
chonking
gross.
around in the back of my ears. I don't like it.
That's okay.
Ugh.
Just
sharing it.
the era of comedies I just went through, just rushing through the morning, seeing what time it was, and getting here.
Did you also forget at some point yesterday that we were doing this on Monday now?
Multiple times during the weekend, I forgot.
They do this on Monday now.
It's funny because we had already talked about like what we were going to be doing and everything, and I was just like, oh, tomorrow I can just spend the entire day working on my script, and then I was driving home and I was like, wait, no, I can't.
Yeah, no, same here. I stayed up a bit too late trying to work on some stuff because I got to get a lot of videos done this month for reasons, but I got some really funny stuff done. And man, I finally conquered something yesterday in a Sonic game I never thought I was ever going to conquer. Can't wait to talk about it. But yeah, it's fine. We're here.
We should probably
Something.
we should explain the absentee.
Birthday of the bad variety. Because his name is Conker. Conker's bad variety.
So the human sofa
Pup,
pit
why do
has gotten hemorrhoids.
Pup, why do you look like someone's using teeth on you?
You don't know what you don't gotta look under the table. You don't know what's going on down here.
He's a little biddle.
I gotta redraw my avatar actually.
Why?
Because it doesn't look like me anymore. There's a version of my avatar with facial hair, and
Which one of us around this table
Redraw
actually
mine too.
resembles their avatar? I mean, apart from Gilly.
Gilly.
I said apart from Gilly.
Oh, okay. I mean, Nick, you had a couple of wrinkles in there, and a little bit of
Yeah, a bit of facial hair, a bit of scruff.
and something about the eyes. Add a little bit of the lust for the death of the youth in there, and I think we're good.
There's gotta be a little
Yeah.
less life in there, you know? Like,
Rage. A little more
Yeah,
weird.
Nick looks too raring to go.
he looks like
I'm
he's
so
not.
tired of that. Like I've seen so many other avatars now with like the smirk, and I fucking hate it. I hate my face so much. I need to replace that so much. The smirk.
His avatar looks like that guy that explained to me all the versions of Spider-Man 3 that one time.
fuck up, Wayne.
got
You look like a
coffee.
maths teacher. Shut up.
Maths.
Maths.
Pup, you can't even sling that insult because you say maths.
There's more than one version of math, is there not? You know, there's like multiplication, there's like addition
Yeah,
and stuff. Like,
but
so there's multiple
There's
evolutions.
different
of it.
areas of math, but it's all math.
I mean, but theoretically, you could call it maths. You know. Okay, this whole one of the countries is wrong joke is old.
You
Let's
don't
just-
go to English's class.
I mean, you call it, but you got English lit, English. I mean, you could call it Englishes now that I think about it. You know, you got a point, admittedly. But this joke is stupid. Let's just move along, yeah?
That's not a joke. I'm making fun of you.
Just fucking move on, pal. The accident was long ago.
How are we doing this morning, boys?
Yowling blind cat.
Fucking sick of
I
it.
do not hear your cat actually.
I can kind of hear it.
Tell that cat to shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe then
Well, guys,
you'll see eye to eye.
before we get into the show proper, just so everybody knows, if you don't remember, if you want to catch us live, we do this now every Monday morning for me, start of the afternoon for you two delicious babies and the British boy. It's like 5 over there for you right now.
Yeah.
So you can catch us at any of those times. And thank you for the super chats for everybody joining us. We do, of course, read them at the end of the show. So yeah, we're keeping an eye on it. We do appreciate the support, but boys,
Yeah.
are you super excited to know that Sonic and Friends is finally here?
Oh yeah, finally a Sonic cartoon for the fans of Sonic Forces.
Yeah,
I think
I mean, legitimately, yeah.
I don't think I deserve an opinion on it, if I'm being honest.
No, I think it's fine. It's cute. It's whatever.
Yeah, it'd be like, it's like the Spidey and his amazing friends of Sonic.
Yeah. I mean, nobody was expecting anything special about it.
It's
Been
cute.
rewatching a lot of South Park. So I'm getting rid of my Max account here pretty soon. I just got done with like the PC babies, and I was just like looking at these little models. Like, this is just South Park to me. It just looks like South Park.
It's got charm. It looks kind of cute. I'm wondering like what's gonna come of it. Like maybe a mobile game or something.
I mean, yeah, that's a possibility. It'd be kind of. I mean, that is kind of disgusting if they're like shooting for toddlers, and then they also make, little gotcha games out of them too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a chance for Sonic to return to his roots on the Leap Pad. Like
Amazing.
I never think it's a bad thing to just have content for little kids.
just have it out there.
It's on TikTok though, specifically. It looks like it's specifically a TikTok little thing.
I mean, that's where you go now.
So when can we get adult Sonic then?
That's where you go to die.
Sonic exclusive
That's where
for
you go to die.
adults, with cursing and violence and movies and sex on TV.
I don't know. I mean,
That's-
there are
that's
people
what's-
legitimately asking for it.
I want it now.
Every time I say
knowing they got a baby version, I want that now. It's only fair.
Every time I say something in a video like this, it's a kids thing. I will inevitably get an essay in the comments saying like, "No, it's for a more mature audience."
That's why I do it. It's engagement and it's
Sonic?
really funny. It's unintentional comedy, my favorite
Listen,
kind.
But
Yeah.
something could be designed for all ages. Sonic the Hedgehog, I would say, is that now. But it's
All
not
ages
made for a mature audience.
is the coward's way of saying it's for kids, and
It's
I like kids
like-
content.
It's
That's what that
technically for kids. They probably make it with kids in mind, and they probably there's probably an element of them being like, oh, I hope this is good for us too.
Well,
Yeah.
no. What I mean is like if they're going in and putting in like blatantly nostalgic thing for games that came out 20 plus years ago, then that is something that's made for more than just one age.
Yeah, but that's just fucking stupid, though, isn't it?
Well, no, it's a that's where they get their money.
No, it's stupid, mate. No more Green
I'm
Hill.
just calling it like it is, saying it's.
I'm calling it like it is fucking
I mean,
stupid.
couldn't it be for little children, and then that stuff is in there for the parents that are forced to watch it? But
I mean, also, who is to say that kids can't enjoy Green Hill Zone?
Hey, look, I'm being an ass. Like I love Sonic. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Sonic, but like that's another thing I keep seeing too. Is like, hey, it's for kids. Like, no, it's actually all ages. Shut up. It's
like
the demographics kids.
My
It's
thing is
kidding.
like if it's made for all audiences, then kids are also a part of that, and so saying it's made for kids is accurate. Like, and so keeping kids in mind when you're like making certain decisions, I don't think should be sidelined because you're including them in it. It's the same thing for me as like adding in, hey, here are these references to stuff that the kids have not played.
I mean-
They're too busy saying wizard. So
I'm not laughing.
No, I just see that as an
Sonic
offense,
X.
too.
Sonic X was for kids.
Oh,
I mean, like, there's so
Oh.
many. There are different levels of like for kids entertainment. Effectively, though, like Sonic Colors, for example, is like
there was
poopy
One
shoot milk
Piece.
out of nose, poopy butthole humor. Where like sometimes there's a level of like apologia for the parent crowd or the older crowd and stuff like that. I mean, such is life with a lot of kids media. You'd say like Disney movies are for kids, but they can be enjoyed by adults. Like that's the main thing. Is I think the majority of that pushback comes from people who are low-key ashamed to be enjoying children's media. Fuck off. Get a
Dunkaroos-
better
Dunkaroos
relationship
can be
with
enjoyed
yourself,
by adults.
Haribo. Kids and grown-ups love it, so the happy world of Haribo, Fucking just eat it. Stop being a
Yeah.
bitch about demographics and just fucking eat it.
I would say Sonic is probably made primarily for kids. I just do think that there are other things, just with older audiences in mind.
Yeah, 100%. Just like when I say it's a kids franchise. Again, that's another thing I get in comments too. Is actually it's all ages and just
Maybe it's just a quality kids franchise and adults can enjoy it too. I don't.
I mean,
fucking
you
know.
say that
they,
as
they
though
are
it's...
aware. They
Look
are
at the
aware
Ninja
it's
Turtles.
You
30-year-old
say that as though
Yeah.
Sonic Colors didn't happen.
Uh,
For a long time, Sonic was kind of playing a little bit to the Ickle Wickle Babies crowd.
To be fair, I
be
think
fair.
part of the mentality. To be fair, I think part of the mentality there with that one was also like, I think even the older fans were saying, "Hey, we want to return to when things were simpler, and we want things to be back down to basics and everything like that." I think that it was probably just like, "Hey." The writers are kind of looking at this as a kid's property, and we want something that's appropriate for that age.
I do
group, but also
I
just, like,
understand that.
yeah,
It got out
I
of
think
hand. It overcompensated.
I think it did. I think that game is also exactly what people were asking for at the time because people were overreacting to what they had.
100%, and like people responded really well to it at the time it came out. It's only recently,
Oh yeah,
now that people have had
Oh,
a
yeah.
chance to miss, the
I
good
think that's
shit.
why I was so
you know?
disappointed with it, is because I spent all that time because I'd only played like the DS version, and by the time I finally got to play Colors, when it just from beginning to end in Ultimate, I was just like, oh, that's it, huh?
That's the thing I really don't understand, though, is also like Sonic Unleashed already brought things back to basic in a story department, but it didn't go to quite the level of babification. As
Well,
Colors
to
did.
be fair, it was still people were decrying, hey, we want back to basics because of Unleashed 2, because of the werehog.
The
and I
story
think
was good though.
I like the story in that. It's just like Scott had a video recently about like just
You?
his childhood games. Shut the fuck up, pup. He was just talking about some of the games that I grew up with, and he mentioned Sonic Unleashed, and he was just like, and he put it in like the most basic consumer way that I could put it, and that's not me trying to put down the way he said it. That sounded wrong. I just mean like the way your average consumer is going to play it is, hey, I picked up this Sonic game and I want to play Sonic, and then the game just rips that away from me and makes me play something else entirely.
I understand it. I'm just talking about tone.
Yeah. I want another game at least with the tone of Sonic Unleashed because I thought it was fun. It's a good adventure game.
I think we've really made steps in the right direction lately. Let's just
I
hope
also
that
have
they, iron out the kinks.
Yeah. I also have no idea of like what topic we're currently on. We just kind of started going off.
Nick, you got something for us, haven't you?
I do, yeah. I knew inevitably, as soon as Sonic and Friends was going to pop up, we would have a conversation about.
I didn't think we'd get that
Demographic.
much out of it, Like, I mean,
we
Well,
didn't really
it's
talk much
never
about it.
I should have
Yeah,
known
we don't
better.
talk much about it.
I should have known better.
I don't know, but I mean, I've been seeing it just even in our things here, like people just mocking it, like different Sonic fans, like young enough, and I'm like, look, like the fact of the matter is, like, you start being a Sonic fan as a kid. I don't know
Yeah.
anybody who started as an adult. Like,
Well, that
yeah, get him
and that
young.
was- That was me like watching Ninja Turtles last night. And part of it, as I was thinking, there were certain decisions that were made there for like, it just kind of dawned on me. I was sitting there, I was thinking, this is gonna be some kids' like first introduction to this franchise. They're
Mhm.
not gonna know what the story is behind the Turtles, and this is how they find out. And I enjoyed the way that they did that.
Indoctrinating the children with woke media.
Yeah, I think it's
That's a
fine to make
joke.
stuff specifically for the newer
I'm
crowd and young.
contractually obligated to say that's a joke.
Yeah, I thought Ninja Turtles was fun. It's a good movie.
It looks good.
I like it.
I want to see it.
Not my favorite movie of the year. Like I'd still
No.
say everything else I've seen this summer. Well, it's better than Transformers.
What, the
but
Flash?
it's-
You're gonna say the Flash is better than fucking Mutant Mayhem?
No, I'd
'Cause if
say
that's the
Barbie,
case, I ain't gonna
Oppenheimer,
fucking
and
see it.
Spider-Man were all better than Ninja Turtles. but
Spider-Man is film of the year for
That's
me.
a good. I mean, that's a good problem to have. I think.
I enjoyed Transformers more so because I have a larger attachment to that property, but I would
Right.
say Mutant Mayhem was better.
It's still not like it's not going to blow your socks off.
No,
I
no.
don't
I
think-
think the animation was my favorite part of that entire movie.
Nick,
Yeah.
do you still love The Flash? Do you still love the movie?
I thought it was fine.
Fucking
I mean, it's,
grow up already!
Oh my god. I think it's fine to like the movie.
No,
it's okay.
it's okay to like the movie.
I'm not gonna fucking watch it.
I still think it's a poopy trash fire, but it's okay to like it. I mean, I was entertained
it
by
is
it.
a poopy trash fire. Don't get me wrong.
I was
Like,
entertained
watched
by it,
the
like-
PS3 cutscene half the time.
PS3 cousin, that's fucking being generous, man. And I'm not the kind of person to be so corny as to downgrade console generations when talking about CGI.
Console.
I hate you! I hate you! I fucking hate you! Can't just let me be me, can you? You're gonna be the
It's
reason
really
I get.
good.
You're gonna be the reason I get watered down for general audiences, all right?
Well, boys, since we didn't really have a topic, I was suggested, and I thought it was a pretty smart suggestion, is like just grab a Sonic iceberg and just go to town on that. But instead of like putting one together ourselves or carefully picking one out, I said as soon as I got on the show today, I would just grab one, possibly the first one I could find, and then just we're gonna go down and see how much we can figure out on our own without looking up anything.
Question is, who made it?
I mean, I will find out. Let's pick a random one. Let's do images for Sonic
who-
Iceberg. Click
Who
on
made it
Google.
so we could figure out whether or not we can make fun of them?
It's made by certified nobody. We can make fun of them.
Oh no.
Okay, so
Hey, Wayne, I got a little joke for you. You ready?
I'm a little concerned about where this is going. What's
Okay.
up, buddy?
Why didn't Cirrus cross the street?
Why did I don't know. You got me, pal. I have no idea.
Took him too long to pull his dick out of the chicken.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Why's he got his dick in a chicken?
Good
Why is he dicking a chicken?
Why is he taking a chicken?
Because he's a liberal.
Shitting at Nick's and dicking a chicken.
Dick in a chicken.
You know what they say, keep fucking that chicken.
And
All right.
that is in fact what they say all the time.
That's the
Yeah.
restaurant,
I-
you know?
They've always said that.
That's the famous slogan of Chokey's Chicken.
Oh, man, I
Chokey's
fucking
chicken.
love Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh my god.
I can't believe
Alright.
they downgraded it to chewy
That was,
chicken.
you know what? That was sorry to bring up Ninja Turtles again. Favorite part about that movie, I was thinking about '90s Nickelodeon the entire time. Just
I
from
mean,
visual aesthetic alone, it just had me like rolling my mind through that, and that's just what that movie reminded me of.
I mean, yeah, they what I'm happy with, like the inspiration they took for the art was like just kind of scribbles that you'd make like during class while you're bored, and also like the old Playmates toys, which got
Yeah.
nasty and gross with their design. I love that movie.
That's every design was not cleaned up too much. It was messy. It was sketchy. It was the proportions were all fucking weird, and I loved it.
It's awesome.
We gotta do a spoiler cast about that movie.
Yeah, we absolutely do. Just whenever Cirrus, comes back to life, a piece of garbage.
Fucking week 2 of him no-showing.
He won't come back to life if I won't let him.
He will be fired.
All right. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm already seeing stuff in here that I do not know. So we're going to
Can you
show
hurry
just
it up,
something.
man? Just fucking
Yeah.
get the goddamn iceberg. What's the
Yeah,
hold up?
it's in the back rooms, champ.
I thought you were going to read it to us and then we'd be completely blind to it.
No, we're going to take turns. We're going to take turns
Yeah.
reading this.
Okay, so are we going around the table then?
Yeah. So this one, if anybody wants to go look it up for themselves, I just looked up Sonic Iceberg on Google image searches, and I got one from King Boater 3 years ago for the Sonic Reddit.
This
And
looks
then,
like it's
yeah.
all good. This is all just going to be a Cybershell video.
Yeah,
This is the one we should have gotten cyberspace for. Cyberspace, cybershell, for fuck's sake. Shall I start us off then?
I mean, yeah. Why don't you
All right,
go
so
ahead and do that? I'm going to go ahead and put a link in here for anybody
if
following along for live chat.
if you know it, you just gotta go, hey, I know that, and then we just move on. So,
Yeah,
starting off with Sonic Extreme.
So I mean, yeah,
Hey, I know
obviously
that.
they're.
Well, speaking of Sonic Extreme,
I just
Hey, that is something we forgot to actually bring up. Yeah,
I just wanted you guys to say, "Hey, I know that."
Yeah, I know that.
It would be so funny. Just have the whole episode just be like a list of things full of like, "Hey, I know that.
hey, I know that. I don't know that. I know that.
I remember that.
I remember.
Maybe Sonic Extreme. That was fantastic."
I wish I knew Cybershell while I was making that Sonic Forces video. Just when I was talking about cyberspace, like we show going to cyberspace, and it just get Cybershell to say, "What the fuck are you doing in my room?" I've been a great joke.
You could have saved it, but now it's too late.
That's fine. Anyway, so yeah, real quick though. So Sonic Extreme did pop up in our news a little bit because which account was it? Was it Sega Forever that just
Yeah.
dropped some new screenshots of it, like nice clean screenshots?
Sega Forever is just dropping some really cool stuff.
I prefer Sega Returns, but Sega and Robin is at least not as good.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
I know that.
you get it? I remember that.
All right, here we go. All right, so we did Sonic Extreme. What was the next one in here?
Eleanor and I played Sonic Extreme back in the day on the Sega Saturn.
Let's see. Well, it looks like people are home. I'm gonna go close the door. I'll be right back. You guys keep reading.
All right, so Gilly, do you want to just go out with the next one then?
What is the next one? These aren't exactly. These
Let's
are
just
kinda
go
like
horizontal.
Are we going left to right? Like
Or,
we're,
yeah,
like we're...
left to right. You know, we should go diagonal. Actually, just do it like an X shape.
Oh God. Yeah.
Dr. Kintober.
I know that.
I know that. That's-
I know. That.
Wait,
That's a thing I know.
Dr. Rebotnik.
Dr. Rebotnik.
Rebotnik.
It'd be Rebotnik Erd.
Regarding the bots.
All right.
That was fantastic. That was gripping.
I know that.
Speaking of Cybershell, it looks like another one up here at the top of this iceberg. Director's cut differences. So obviously, just talking about the differences between Sonic Adventure and the
Why
GameCube
Sonic
port.
Adventure DX is a bad port.
Yeah.
Right,
What?
there it is.
I know the differences. The difference is what if this game was worse?
I did see. It was actually Cybershell's video on that did educate me to the director's cut differences. Because before that, the only thing I really knew was that the model was different and that Sonic is shaped like a friend in the Dreamcast version.
To be fair, director's cut at least did give us kind of the best version of the game in that once you mod it on the Steam version, then you can make it the best version.
But also like fucking shit. I lost it.
Do you guys know it's really easy to mod your copy of Sonic Adventure DX?
It wasn't even the director's
Could
cut.
just about anybody do it?
But did the director's cut not have a different director as well?
Yeah, it wasn't even done by the
it wasn't
director
even
of the
yeah.
first game.
What a stupid name! Like,
And it's also DX director's cut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like X doesn't even stand for cut
Stupid.
anyway. What is it? Director's cut? You know, like
Was the Miles thing is like, why do people say director's cut after DX?
why do people say comics after DC?
It's like chai tea.
Also, no, but also if Sega stands for service games, you'd be saying Sega games. You'd be saying service games.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 ATM machine.
So there's a little something that isn't on the fucking iceberg that should be.
I do have to wonder, like, who decided, like, as relevant as some of these things are versus others? Because, like, even at the top here, there is one thing I'm seeing that I'm not familiar with that I'll get to in a second. But yeah, just real quick, some of these other ones, like Nick Arcade footage. So I think that version of the game has a different layout from the original Sonic 1, if I'm remembering that correctly.
Are you
Right?
Nick
Does anyone know
Arcade?
about that?
Nick Arcado, Avocado?
I really wanted to name my channel Nick Arcade at one point, but, you know, since it's an old Nickelodeon show, I figured I can't.
So
You can do whatever
was
you
the Nick
want.
Arcade? Was that
This
a
is
thing on
America.
Nickelodeon?
Yeah, back in the 90s, they had a show called Nick Arcade on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Which just it's a game show that's based around video games, and it was torturous watching some
wondering.
kids play those games on
That
there.
just makes me think of like the the Wizard, the movie.
That's all you can think about, Wayne.
Yeah, literally, just
Yeah.
wizards on the brain all
Well-
the time. I bet my guy
But yeah,
loved
no, it's
Lord
like
of the Rings.
they had that like competition, and like at the end you got to see like Super Mario Brothers 3,
California.
which you should really just stay home, not watch that movie, and just play Super Mario Brothers 3.
It wasn't out by the time that came out here in America. That movie, I'm pretty sure.
So, Nick, what were the
I-
differences in the arcade footage? Enlighten us in the audience as to what those differences were.
Oh, I'm not gonna look it up. I don't know. I just know there were differences.
You go to youtube.com/cybershell.
and
Boy, you must be enjoying the royalties from these name drops.
Bonus video.
So,
Oh,
am I up? Am I doing the next one?
yeah, might as well.
All right, unused goggles. I know what this is about.
I don't.
I do not. What is the unused goggles?
So
You don't know the unused goggles?
in
Nope.
in Labyrinth Zone in Sonic 1, there were meant to be these item boxes that had goggles in them, and you
Sounds
could
like you
get
guys
those,
don't watch Cybershell.
and it would it would let you breathe underwater. It was basically the bubble shield before the bubble shield.
That's kind of cool. That's cute. I like
I'm
that.
surprised you guys didn't know about that.
I
Yeah.
didn't. I guess I don't watch Cybershell.
All right, little Nicky, you're up.
It's kind of cool. I don't think I've named off any of these.
No, why don't you go ahead, Wayne?
Sonic 3 Leftovers. Did we tackle that one?
Is that
I'm
how
assuming it's the beta, isn't it?
are we talking about the cheat menu? How like it has like leftovers of Sonic and Knuckles in there?
That
It
could be a thing
could
too.
be.
Yeah, that could
I
be.
mean, because I know one of the things that oh man, there's this cool YouTuber Cybershell. He was talking about like I guess there was a Wendy's like Happy Meal or whatever the equivalent is over there, and on the bag for the meal they had like the names of the zones, but it had the placeholders for what the original order was going to be. Before they got swapped out of Sonic 3 and saved for Sonic and Knuckles. So that was kind of fun. It was at
Oh, okay.
McDonald's.
I've just looked
It was
this up.
McDonald's.
I've looked this up. It's like it's a thing in the ROM that you can find if you enter like a Game Genie code, and it references source code and assembler linking data for Star Trek: The Next Generation: Echoes from the Past. A lot of
Yo,
subtitles.
what?
Okay.
Okay.
So I think that's what it's referring to is the prototype Sonic the Hedgehog 3 data leftovers.
Cute.
Oh, okay. Wasn't there something about this? I can't remember if this was a hoax or not. I remember Guru Larry talked about it at one point. Where there was like some
Hello,
game that had like oh, hello you. He had there was like an episode of South Park like on a PS1 disc. I can't remember if that was like a hoax or not. But
Why is this near the
that
top
just,
of
like-
the iceberg? This should not be near the top
Yeah,
of the
I'm
iceberg.
I'm looking at a couple
was
things.
gonna
I'm
be-
looking at a couple other like when you go down further in the iceberg
Yeah.
places we haven't gotten yet. There's stuff that should be. There's stuff from here that
There's a
should be down
literal
and down. Stuff,
video
yeah.
game release, like just a published video game out there in the world that's lower on this iceberg compared to
Like,
stuff that was never.
Michael
supposed to be
Jackson.
published.
Michael Jackson worked on Sonic 3 is lower, and that's like the first thing you learn ever if about anything.
Yeah.
Also, Pingus. Like, even people that don't know Sonic know about Pingus.
Twitchy 1984.
I guess we'll keep
It's
on.
a published video game.
Let's whittle away.
All right.
Okay,
Let's
keep it.
power through some of these other ones, like the barrel. We all know what the barrel.
Tommy
is.
The barrel, you don't even need to talk about the barrel. We've already talked about the barrel.
I will say I found a new barrel though,
Okay.
and I will talk about it in the video here soon. I ain't
Any
spoiling that fun
teasers?
here.
Any little hints?
I played Sonic Gamecom, and I
The
beat it.
Ooh.
I didn't think it was beatable with Sonic. I beat
Ooh.
it. I figured it out.
Nick, it's so bad.
It's so
It's
bad.
really, really, really bad.
It's got to be
It's
the worst
rough.
one. It's got to be the worst one. Come on now.
It is beyond comparison. I've played. I've played like you would hate video games if that was your first video game. It is so bad. Anyway, it's even worse than another thing they show here: Samari's Unknown Origins. Samari's a better game.
Yeah.
What
Not
is
joking.
Samari's not a bad game.
So what are we talking about with like that's the combination of Sonic and like that's did they not like try to do like a pirated version for the SNES? Is that what
I know
Samari
for
is?
the NES. It's for the NES.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're saying it's a better game than Sonic 1?
Yes.
How come?
No. I'm not.
No,
I'm not doing
no.
that. No.
No, better
than
game
Gamecom.
than Gamecom.
Oh.
But
Well,
no,
yeah, obviously.
I mean, it's a better game than Sonic Genesis.
I mean,
Mm.
it doesn't take a lot.
Mm.
So, okay, so is that all it is, or is that is there more to it? Like,
Just unknown origin. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's all it is. Like, we know what Samari is, and now you just have to know that we don't know what the origin of the game
I like
is.
to think it's a
Which is
shipping
cool.
It'd be
thing.
funny if at the top of the iceberg was, oh, the origins are unknown. At the bottom of the iceberg, here's the origins.
That would be amazing.
This will inspire some research out of me and hopefully some other folks. If we genuinely don't know where Samari came from, that would be really cool to try and figure that out. I mean, obviously, it's just gonna be like some
Nick's got a
bootleg
new
thing
video
coming out.
title.
Yeah, and it's gonna end with I don't know.
Why Samari matters.
Why,
Why Samari matters.
please do that for like April 1st.
I will have to play the bootleg games at some point because they are all genuinely better than Gamecom Sonic.
Gil, do you want to
Is
go up
there-
with the next
there-
one?
The Sonic cycle, like
Yeah, come on.
Everyone
come
knows
on.
that one. I mean, it's dated now. Like, it's really dated considering like what people didn't want back then and what people do want now.
That's a weird name for it, though, isn't it? I mean, like, I get it was in the Sonic franchise, but Shadow was the one that wrote it.
Shall we talk about it? Shall we talk about the cycle?
No.
Because Shadow rode a motorcycle.
Do you think? All right, I ain't topping that, so I suggest that.
I will say one thing about the Sonic cycle is that name never made any sense.
I'm gonna replace it.
It
with
wasn't
something
much
that
of a
should be more
cycle.
interesting. I'm gonna say something more interesting. The literal Sonic cycle. That is the first Sonic toy released here in America. I'm guessing that has his full proper quills. That's the first figure I remember as a child. Like the Hot Wheels, like they did this weird cross promotion thing with a bunch of franchises. One of them was Sonic the Hedgehog, and that's the first little toy I remember as a kid where it looked like the proper Japanese design. Because most of the time it showed up was just the buzzsaw.
Guys,
Did you mention that in the Three Knuckles video?
I'm putting
Probably. Yeah, I've
I'm
said it
putting
in
the
the video
Sonic
before.
I'm putting the Sonic cycle in the backgrounds.
Because it kind of, I don't know, it sounds familiar.
That's an
It
ice
sounds like
cream.
something-
It's a pop cycle.
Dude, I saw it.
Never even thought of that.
I remember driving back from Too Many Games, and we stopped by some like 7-Eleven in like Winchester, and they had like those Sonic popsicles just hanging out in a freezer. I was just like, oh god, do 7-Elevens just carry these?
Yeah.
Apparently only over there. None of the ones around me have them. They just have that stupid idiot
I've
SpongeBob.
never
The-
seen those in stores before.
They're at like every fucking ice cream truck.
Oh, Gilly,
Yeah.
Next time you're at one, save one for me.
It's silly going out.
Just
to
bring
ice
it
cream
by.
truck. I never carried cash, and as far as I'm aware, they never started.
What? I have no idea what's going on.
It's a so-so
I was
popsicle.
making a joke. You don't go to PAX West with a popsicle. That was the whole joke. It wasn't very good. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Mephiles is Satan.
I mean, should we not let Wayne do? And also, that's not even the next one. You fucking
I
stupid bitch.
completely misheard that. I thought you said Mephiles is taint.
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan.
Wayne, you've got the one before Hail Satan.
Okay. Honey the cat.
So she's a
So-
character.
So Honey the cat is, from what I understand, was based off of a character that was actually in Fighting Vipers.
Fighting Vipers, yes.
Okay, because that's the engine that Sonic the Fighters was based on and runs off of. So I'm sorry, I don't know the name of the original character, but I do know Honey was inspired by that.
Oh, so
and
she
I
wasn't
think-
actually a character in Saturn Panthers.
in what?
What was the name of the game
What?
again?
Fighting Vipers.
Did you
Fighting
say
Vipers.
Saturn Panthers?
Saturn Panthers. I know what I'm thinking of now. I'm thinking of that song. That song the guy played during sex that his girlfriend didn't like, is what I'm thinking of. Oh, that's a great
God.
song.
Yeah, I think it's funny because I think Honey the cat might be more well known than the original character that she was inspired by.
At this point, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. I think she's super fun design. She showed up in the Archie comics a few times, and that's honestly about the extent of my knowledge of her.
She
But
is also now playable in Sonic the Fighters proper, if in the Xbox Live and PS3 version of the game.
no shit,
Very
really.
cool. Yeah. You head over to you highlight Amy, and then I think you press up, if I remember right.
I think on the Xbox
Actually,
Live
pretty
version
much
of the
it.
game, she is just readily available in the menu, isn't she?
She doesn't show up in the menu directly. You have to go to Amy and then press up, and you'll get her.
Oh.
I've got the Xbox Live version. I'm gonna have to give that a shot.
Yeah.
Or no, I have the PS3 version. But yeah, no, I'll give that a shot.
I like
that's
Sonic
super
the
cool.
Fighters. Like, I think it's a charming game.
Yeah, it's a goofy little game. I like it.
It's a
Title
goofy.
Is
Goofy game.
interesting though. Is it like
It's,
Sonic?
it's not a good fighting game.
Is it?
It's not.
Is it like
Oh.
Sonic, comma the Fighters? Because like he's one person.
Sonic the Fighters. No, it's
Nick.
just broken English. What?
This is
it's
unrelated. Check your phone. I'm texting you.
Okay. All right. Hang on.
It's funny because it's like it's pretty much the equivalent of what Sonic R was for racing games, but as a fighting game. Where it's not good, but it's got a lot of charm to it. That
Oh no, he made another one of me.
Oh, DM me,
Oh my
Gilly. I want
God.
to know what this is.
No, Nick, no! I'm gonna
What?
kill myself.
No, we have to stop that joke on live air.
You
have
said
to stop it.
again. It's not a joke.
It's Nick. Look at the text I sent
Look,
you.
I get it.
Do you
At
know
least
who
you're on
that
top,
is?
bud.
I
Do
know
you know
what
who
this
that
is.
is?
I know what
I
this
do.
is.
I actually. Well, I mean, yeah, because they did. That's a good character. I know who that's supposed to be. And at least you're on top, bud.
I have no idea.
Gilly's
have
been
no
Rule
idea what's
34
happening.
again.
Oh god.
It's worse than that this time.
So are you gonna share it with the rest of the class or not? Come on, man. You can't just send it to Nick, man. You gotta play favorites, man.
This is the worst thing that's ever
I'm
happened.
so jealous. I'm so
think-
jealous.
I think I'm good without seeing porn of my friends. I'm
Well,
fine.
so originally the
I'm
reason that I
not fucking
texted
show
Nick
it.
was because they did Fidel.
Yeah, they did.
Oh god, poor
Oh,
Fidel.
Oh no, they did
Uh.
Gerard. No, not Gerard.
Of course, they were going to do Gerard.
In seriousness,
God.
it is pretty fucking freaky, isn't it? Like that someo's just drawing porn of YouTubers.
I completely understand why people would be upset by it, why they'd be weirded out by it. Like these are genuine human beings. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, like it's
It's a
fucking.
little
I'm
weird.
just.
It's
I'm
definitely-
unfazed by all this crap. I don't care.
It's
so
something
funny.
of a boundary break.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Bro,
This person
you
lit
take the
Nick.
camera
This
wherever
person,
we
there's
want.
another one. This person literally hired someone to do a commission.
I mean, you should get a cut of that at least.
They
Come
just
on.
want to see that neck in action.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they went hard trying to guess your tattoos.
Yeah, they went hard. All right.
How they do with that chest one? Is that what that properly looks like?
No, it's not even any. It's like not even anything finished bullshit thing on my
I'm
chest.
just waiting for this to reach the point of AI. Like, come on.
Oh, they did. They did Alex giving Gerard.
I mean, the shading on this latest one's really good though.
They made Alex give Gerard a footy. Oh, here's Ant Dude getting okay.
Shall we continue with the iceberg?
Yeah.
So next up we have Mephiles is Satan.
Yeah, we already said that. I like genuinely though. Does anybody know what
skipped
that
ahead.
one is?
Yeah, it's that basically generally the consensus was that
they
Mephiles
did
would be
Vinny.
the Sonic universe's equivalent to Satan, basically.
Right, and yeah, I
Is
mean
he
the
not?
role he plays. That's yeah.
I think the
I mean,
end is.
actually, if anything, it's a little more disturbing than that because I'm pretty sure Solaris is fucking God.
Yeah,
That
you
you
could
could-
really.
But that would make Iblis
That's
God, wouldn't it?
that's a-
Like, or Jesus?
But
That's-
wouldn't
Yeah, it's kind of
wouldn't
what
the
I mean.
fallen angel just be a part of the overall one being existence? I don't know. I'm not going to.
I don't know. This is some like Xenoblade SMT shit.
Yeah,
God's own
That
Kinda
child.
into it.
bless that game for going. It tried. It didn't
I'm-
know what it was talking about, but it tried.
I'm gonna be honest. Listen. As much as I've complained about Sonic 06, and maybe that takes itself a little too seriously, I don't hate those ideas.
I don't hate that game anymore.
Yeah,
I play after Gamecom Sonic. I feel like I'm invincible.
I'm also going to say this. I would rather, and this applies to any piece of media, I would rather it take itself biblically serious than be so cynical as to think it has to rely on comedy as a crutch at all times.
I would agree with that because I'm getting real tired of like every time that there's gonna be a serious beat, we gotta like cut it off and be like, oh no, but that would be silly, even though that's what's happening.
Yeah, so it's like,
So the Marvel method.
yeah, no, definitely. It's like, it's why, it's why I say, like, you know, I like Snyder's films. Thor: Love and Thunder is the antithesis of that. I don't get how people call Snyder cynical when he takes these things biblically seriously, while Taika Waititi doesn't even fucking like Thor, and it becomes very fucking apparent in that movie.
You know what movie did it right? Barbie.
I still need to watch it, man.
I still need to
You
watch
guys need to watch it. It's a good movie. The humor is far more cartoonish than any Marvel movie. It goes way more into that extreme, and it somehow balances that with that earnest, serious stuff way better than any other Marvel movie.
Yeah, I mean, if it's good humor,
movie.
it's good
Great
humor. I don't like it when humor's treated as a crutch. Like, we couldn't possibly do this moment without a joke in there. It's like, no. Stand by your shit, you know?
It's like, it always just feels like, oh, no, don't worry. We're not going to ask you to think too hard about this, and we don't want you to feel anything genuine.
Listen, we know that the God of Thunder is pretty out there, so don't worry. We're not going to take it too seriously. It's going to be all fun.
Yeah. It's like,
I want to keep going on this. I want to keep going on this iceberg. There's stuff here I actually.
Yeah, let's
Sorry,
keep
I was
it.
looking at my. I was going through my own iceberg. Sorry.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep the ball rolling. So, Nick, you would be up with the next one.
The Beta Windy Valley.
So it's Windy Valley named after you, then.
Well done. Good job. How long have you been holding on to that one, buddy?
Just a few seconds, actually, but it did.
All right, that's not bad.
There was a grace period in there. I'd be lying if there wasn't.
Fair enough. Yeah, I've seen footage of it. I don't know if it's playable. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, just go to Speeps. I'm sure Speeps has gotten that playable.
I wonder if Cybershell's done a video on it.
Probably.
I need to know what Windy Valley looks like in a beta, because that level is already fucking hilarious to me, because it kind of feels like a beta as is.
Zingo.
Does it?
That wasn't a joke. I seriously mean, like, dude, second portion of Windy Valley is so just, here's just this rail in a random void of fucking nothing, and you can just crack it in half.
Oh yeah,
guys, I do need to say, it's almost 1 p.m.
Yep.
We're never going to get through this.
No, we're not. We're gonna
Inevitably though, there's gonna we could do a two-parter. We're always out of ideas, so
This
next
is
week we
a
can continue.
two-parter. It's gonna be like a fucking four-parter.
Well,
at this
then
point.
fuck it. It gives us fucking mileage, then, doesn't it? So I say, let's just fucking get through the first two. Let's just set ourselves the target of the first two.
Yeah. I got you.
I'll be much better after I get ADD meds. Anyway.
Oh, come on, man. Don't get medicated. You don't want to be normal.
It doesn't, Nick. It doesn't do what you think it does.
Yeah,
Just keep me on track so I can get work done. Because
Yeah, you're
it
gonna hyper-focus on.
Gives you a case of the shrinkage, and you can't afford that, man.
We'd be on Windy Valley for another hour.
No, fair enough.
Are you actually considering getting medicated?
Yes.
If you get medicated, I want to get medicated.
Oh my god, why are we having this discussion right now?
It's like the Target thing. It's like, if you get something, I want to get something.
I don't get something.
You copied first because I just got it.
To be honest, I genuinely, I fear anyone that isn't like this. I don't know how you can be that way. It scares me.
I'm only using it when I need to work.
Maybe I don't need it when I look at Pup, because like I desperately am just trying to get through the next one here. We're still above the iceberg itself.
Non-ADHD people are fucking scary. I don't know how you can be that, plain. You're like a burger without ketchup.
Burger.
Ice.
Can't have a burger without ketchup.
Iceberger.
I mean, barbecue sauce, actually, you can have it.
That's
Mayo.
what we have to do. Just iceberger. That's what you have to call it.
I mean, to be fair, I can enjoy a burger without sauce now that I think about it. So, okay, it's like, I don't know. I'm going to come back to that allegory later. For now, Gil, why don't you take us away with the next one? It's after Beta Windy Valley.
The secretary menu.
I don't know.
That's
what
the
this
one
is.
I've never heard on any. I have no idea what that is.
I'm gonna Google it.
None of us here. None of us here know what that is.
I know what it is. Okay, so in Sonic Adventure 2,
Is that where you order it animal style?
in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, you know how you can change the menu screen to be a
Battle.
certain character theme, right?
Sure.
If you rotate the control stick on the theme select menu until a chime is heard, you unlock a menu theme of the president's secretary.
Oh wait, I have heard of that. Okay.
That's hilarious. I'm just gonna.
That's funny.
I'll send a picture of it to the back room. So
Fucking why would they do that? No, like I want more games to do things that are just
weird crap
why.
like that.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like there it is. I put it in the back rooms.
I think that's what I like about those
awesome.
old
I love
Dreamcast
that shit.
games. They had and that's why I like Sonic CD too. It's like they just let's just throw weird crap in here.
I don't
Who cares?
understand.
Actually, speaking of which, if I
like
can
holding-
jump ahead to the next little thing on the iceberg.
Oh, you want to go there now?
Sure.
I was just gonna mention just because it was kind of relevant, but the Big the Cat Sonic Adventure 2 locations. So, like, obviously, when you're playing Sonic Adventure 2, there will be certain sections where you just kind of see
Just about.
Big the Cat show up. I thought that was a GameCube exclusive thing. No, that's in the original version too. I was playing through the Dreamcast port and just saw Big just all over the place. But another thing, as I was reminiscing over some of the I love the way the Dreamcast made commercials back in the day. And Big the Cat just shows up at a bunch of those too. He'll just be yeah. There'll be a commercial for like NBA 2K or something, and Big is just there in the fucking locker room hanging out, doesn't say shit, nobody acknowledges him, he's just there. And it was great. Big was just constantly hiding everywhere during the Dreamcast era.
I like that idea that he's just an everyman that passes through the Sonic world and all the just crazy shit going on, and he's just here to
Yeah.
fish.
Well, that was his whole deal in Sonic Adventure 1.
Yeah.
I like that about him. It's endearing.
On paper, he's a great character.
The Dreamcast commercials were just Wreck-It Ralph, except
Oh,
better.
they're so great though. I love those shots of like going into the Dreamcast and there's just like a
party.
city in there.
I like.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it, but I love how Sonic is just DJing. He's putting so much thought into it and just gently putting his hands down on them to scratch them.
That's the only time Sonic's legitimately been cool, was the Dreamcast commercials.
He looks so in the moment, though, you know? He looks so methodical, and you rarely see that from Sonic, and it's just adorable. Because that Dreamcast model is, as I say, shaped like a friend. Send me 10k likes now. But, yeah, he's adorable. I fucking love his Dreamcast model.
I did too. This next one, the Sky Chase Dragon.
So, yeah, what the fuck is that?
Oh, right. Okay. Nick, you might know a little bit more about this than me, but I am familiar.
I'm not. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I guess there was something. It was removed from Sonic Adventure 1, but I guess there was something in the planning stages at one point that there was going to be this like mechanical dragon that you fought during the Sky Chase levels, and I think
that's rad.
that people have gone into the game. I could be mixing up some details on that. I'm
Check
sorry if
back rooms,
that's
I've got images
inaccurate.
of it.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm getting some of the details wrong. Just this giant robot dragon that you can pull back up. It still exists somewhere in the game.
Wow. Yeah.
Super
That's
super
really
cool. Would have been really fun to have fought that thing. It kind of reminds me of a enemy that was removed, I think, or I'm sorry, rather it was in Star Fox 2 for the Super Nintendo before that entire game was canned, and it was like a two-headed dragon thing. This kind of reminds me of that.
Actually,
just
a modder
neat little.
A modder called Electronuke has modded the dragon back into the Steam version of the game.
Oh hell yeah, that's
kinda
awesome.
Yeah.
And see that would be especially cool for like the Act 2 when you're like going the second time you're going through Sky Chase. That way it's not just the same thing again, but it's also I already love that section anyway, just because the sky is darker, everything feels super climactic. But imagine you're also doing that with a giant two-headed robot dragon.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, this looks rad.
So
I
the
like
next
this.
one is definitely what we should have called our podcast. Sonic Crackers.
Hey, I've made that joke.
Yeah, no, I'm reprising it, but I said it louder.
Yeah, well.
They
So
should have
Sonic
done.
Crackers.
Sega should have done a Ritz tie-in.
I mean,
So
so,
that-
Have
yeah,
they?
like,
I'm sure I've seen that jerk on a box of crackers somewhere before.
That was the working title for Sonic or Knuckles Chaotic.
Knuckles
yes,
Chaotix. That
yeah,
was-
at
that
a
was
time
the
when it was
data
going to be
before.
kind of a sort of a Sonic 4 kind of deal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You can play it.
was
There's
just
the
really
ROMs out there on the
that
internet.
punchy effect.
Yeah. But you use but you can play the term you play very loosely.
What?
It's not really.
He's saying it doesn't play well.
You can, well, you know, it's there's not really to
It's
do.
just the way he spat that fucking sentence
Yeah.
out, you know? Like-
Yeah.
All right, Gil, you're up with the one after the mighty Sonic Crackers.
Okay. R2.
Okay,
I
I'm a
don't know
little
what
at a
that
loss
is.
with this one because
Yeah.
R2 just factors into Sonic
It-
games generally.
No, that's referring to and I don't know if it's unused. I think it was just in like it's a Sonic CD level that was never made, basically.
Would that
Huh.
be the big Robotnik boss space thing that was later turned into the Titanic Monarch? Because there is evidence that they were trying to bring that boss back in for the.
The
Look-
prodigal
look what-
son of a bitch returns.
Look what the cat dragged in.
Well.
right by the tits.
If it isn't disciplinary meeting number 4.
All right,
Wait, we're only on
you got,
4.
Sirs, you got reverse cowgirl. Go.
My favorite removed cowgirl is my favorite position.
Are you sure you don't kill you of all the stuff you had?
All right. Yeah,
No,
so
Nick. Actually, it's reverse cowboy, is what that was.
Oh my god.
Zoris, tell us about removed cowgirl.
What?
Tell us about removed cowgirl.
we just grabbed a Sonic iceberg. It's in the back rooms, and we're just kind of going through it, seeing if we actually know any of them.
I am so confused.
We
Well,
should
I
have
just caught you up. I caught you up in a sentence.
we should have had
Well, yes, I've
someone keeping track of which ones we do and don't know, so then we could kind of tally up how many we actually do know.
I know what it is. If you guys.
Write it
Well,
down.
no.
We'll keep track.
That's another Sonic Adventure thing.
Yeah.
Was
so
it
there was
the
a-
X version that got rid of it, or is it like an update from the Dreamcast?
Oh
game?
wait, I know what it is now.
Yeah, it
now
was
that you
in
mentioned it's
Casinopolis.
adventure.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Knuckle stage.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
seeing
yeah,
it. Yeah, it's like a big neon sign thing that's in the
Yup.
casino.
yeah, and
Why'd they get rid of her?
I think there may have been something inappropriate about it.
When they were bringing it over to the GameCube version, they were trying to figure out like, hey, is there anything we need to remove from this that's going to upset the Nintendo audience? Because this is still back when that mattered. Apparently, the cowgirl was seen as more risque than what would normally be acceptable on the N64 and GameCube.
I see.
because
Um,
God
so-
forbid kids know women exist.
So Nintendo is
God
basically just
forbid Conker's Bad Fur Day be a video game.
Nintendo's just
Mhm.
basically the long form word for a bunch of ninnies, basically.
So
They
are you
used to
saying
be.
that it was the US version of the Dreamcast game that got rid of it, so it was before even the GameCube version?
You know what I found out
They
interesting
grew ninnies.
was interesting yesterday about changes made to the American Dreamcast. Sorry, this is going off a little off topic. The light gun, the official Dreamcast light gun, never came out over here.
No,
and
it didn't.
the reason for it was events that were taking place in the states around
Columbine.
the time.
It was Columbine.
It was
Did you say
Columbine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, we're not sure about releasing like an official Sega like novelty that's just a gun. So Mad Catz made a version that Sega officially endorsed. It was okay to release a gun, just not one with the fucking Dreamcast logo on it for some stupid reason. And it makes me sad because I have had the Japanese light gun. It's cool. It's got a little slot for the VMU unit. It even has vibration support.
Yeah.
But games like House of the Dead 2, while the light gun itself is not region locked, the game locks out the Japanese or European light gun, and you just cannot use it on an American system. It's made to work on that console. The console itself is not locking out the system. It's the specific software of the game. Super wild. It works with the third-party ones, like the Mad Catz light gun, just not the official.
There you go.
I just found that interesting.
So what you're saying is you don't want a little kid?
Nah, I think I'm good, buddy. Thank
Damn
you,
it.
Bill. I appreciate your love and support.
No fuss.
Is he though?
All right,
Is he
well,
What's Magic Gloves?
Watney, you are up with. Oh fuck. Okay, Nick's just come and swooped that like a fucking vulture.
I'm getting bored. You're all taking too long. What's Magic Gloves?
It's a power up you can get in Sonic Adventure 2.
Well, explain.
I don't know, fucking Sonic Adventure.
So the magic gloves is a power up you get in.
looking
You
these
get
up? Like,
Well,
no,
what was the sigh there?
So-
Without the attitude.
So the magic gloves is a power up you get in Sonic Adventure 2 in City Escape. It's right after the moment where you jump off where you run down the building. What
Mhm.
they do is they allow you to hit a button, and anytime you're near an enemy and you hit that button, you'll literally just turn that enemy into a miniature, and Sonic will hold it, and you can throw that miniature at other enemies. It's because of the one button thing that they were doing with Sonic for so long. You have to like click the cycle button so that you're going from the whistle command to all the other commands you can do while standing still until you get to the magic hands command. But it's just kind of a novelty attack that doesn't have much use outside of like Cannon's Core. There's a moment in Cannon's Core where you can use it to kill a bunch of enemies that you'd otherwise have to use a really risky homing attack to kill, and they're needed for progression. That's about it. It's not a super useful item, but it's really novel.
That fucking badass.
Yeah,
I remember
Alright.
now. Yeah, no, I remember doing that by complete fucking accident, like a lot of the additional power-ups in Sonic Adventure 2. It's kind of neat. It's completely unnecessary, but I think it's neat. Like,
Yeah, it's like you can, and you
That's
can't get it your first time through. You have to have the bounce bracelet, and you have to have the ability to break iron containers, because it is located in a there's a little square of ground, a patch of dirt that is just made up of the gun iron containers. You bounce bracelet on them, and it takes you into a hidden chamber that has it.
I remember getting that as a kid. It's and just being confused by it.
It's one of those things that's just like, when you have it, you remember you have it maybe like 1/10 of the times it's usable, because it's never fucking necessary.
so the next one we have is Robotnik is the hero. What do we know?
I'm assuming that was just a
That sounds
prevalent
like a fan
theory.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems like a fan theory.
It's like one of those, oh, all the kids in Ed, Edd n Eddy are dead and in purgatory kind of
Right,
things.
right,
But it's-
right. Yeah,
because
yeah.
it says Robotnik, I would assume this is a Sat AM thing. Like the Kingdom of Acorn was actually very hierarchical, and Robotnik saved the people from that. You know, ignoring the fact that he did worse. That'd be my assumption.
All right.
All right, what's the next one?
Let's see here.
It's like splats.
What?
Splats. In other
Splat.
words, what Cirrus came down with this morning, which is why he's late.
I thought it was hemorrhoids.
He got a case of the splats. Look, two things can be true at once, Wayne.
Oh man, did the hemorrhoids go splats?
Yes. Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure. Hang on, that name's familiar to me.
I know what it is.
Splat. That's a badnik.
Yes.
That's
It's
the
the
rabbit
old-
badnik. That's the
yeah,
rabbit
it's-
badnik. So I
They're in,
remember.
like,
Yeah,
the betas of Sonic 1, and then I don't think they appeared until Mania.
this was like, and I'm sure it's somewhere here on this iceberg, but that Cyber Show, the video where he's talking about, I feel like I'm going insane. I thought I remember seeing Knuckles point before. I thought I was going crazy because I'm sure I've seen a bunny badnik before. But yeah, it was an unused badnik, but they still used it in like figures and the comics and stuff like that. Like I would occasionally see it, just not in the games. And it wasn't until Mania they actually made it a proper badnik.
What
Shit,
zone was
missed
it
that.
in Mania?
Press garden.
Ah,
I
a good place for it.
fucking love Press Garden.
I
Oh, man,
love
that game
all
is
of
so
the
good.
original Mania levels. The original ones are the highlight of that game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice if there were more of them, huh? Like a
That's
game
why
of
I'm
just
looking forward
that.
to
That would be
it.
great. Yeah, same.
Nah. We should have. I wish they would do one that's just all Green Hill, like like
Oops,
like,
all
like,
Green
Oops,
Hill?
all berries, all yeah.
Oh my god.
There is.
Yeah, it's called Sonic
It's called,
Frontiers.
it's called Gamecom Sonic.
Oh.
It just has the first levels of those
You're
games.
right.
Except for
Oh,
Sonic
you're right.
1. Except for Sonic 1.
All right, so Nick, you're probably best suited to mention this next one.
I mean, we all know what this is. It's the Archie lawsuits. I mean,
And this should have been at the top because this is baby's first
This is
Yeah.
baby's first understanding of Sonic.
to
yeah.
be fair, there was a lot of misunderstanding in terms of what the Archie lawsuits was, and for me too. Early on, I think I made a mistaken video years ago saying like Penders was fired or some shit like that. Not what happened at all. It's a little bit of a more convoluted story than that, and Ken's just, despite all of his flaws, just trying to protect
he's
himself,
just Ken.
I guess. He's Ken.
I mean, I believe at the time of the Archie lawsuits, moving past that, a lot of comic,
Part of the Archie canon.
a lot of the comic creators at that time were really rooting for Ken Penders because it was kind of seen as like sending out a message to kind of the comic book companies that it's like, you know, you don't always have to own us.
It's a monumental deal in the grand scheme of like the comic book industry. Even as upset as Sonic fans were about it, like that was a huge deal. Like comic creators have a long history of being mistreated by giant publishers.
It's literally just a shame that our martyr is an asshole in this case.
He's a weird
He's
old
an
man,
asshole.
but
Fucking asshole.
that I don't care either way. I'm tired of talking about him though, but we all know what that is. We all know what it is. We can just keep going on.
All right,
Man.
Cirrus
the
or
next-
Gilly, you want to get us with the next one?
So the next
Yeah.
one's Mr. Needlemouse, and that was the original project name for Sonic, wasn't it? Needlemouse.
It was.
So fun
Well-
little thing about this. This is actually the Archie lawsuits are not the only thing steeped in misunderstandings. No,
yeah,
it wasn't.
another one. That was not Yuji. Explain that.
Yeah, there was yeah, he did explain that. That was a mistranslation of somebody looking at his notes. And it's just misunderstanding the Japanese words that make hedgehog.
So it would have
and
been
then
Mr.
reading them
Hedgehog,
literally.
basically.
Yeah. And it was
Um,
reading it literally as Mr. Needle Mouse.
So he was never supposed to be Mr. Needlemouse.
No, it was Mr. Hedgehog.
No,
Nope.
I think some later things probably ended up, at least based on what I've read, actually did get that prototype name just because of how popular that little theory got. But
I mean, Project
when
Needlemouse
somebody-
was a thing. Like,
Project was that was Sonic Unleashed, wasn't
no,
it?
that was Sonic 4.
yeah,
Was it?
yeah. But it was like when I think it was when Yuji Naka was asked about that, he was just confused because he was like, "That's never what we called him."
Yuji Naka was just like,
So-
fuck off, and then he went to prison.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
He did do that.
Sorry, I feel like I stole that one from you, Nick.
No, I'm just listening. I'm hanging out. I'm having a good time.
Put it away.
Jesus Christ.
All right,
I'm
who's reading
liking
the
this.
next one?
This is fun.
Okay, little
Yeah.
Wally. I think you're up with the next one.
Pingus.
That should be at the top of the fucking iceberg. Let me tell you something. My childhood years at like secondary school and stuff like that would be like, you know, in the IT labs after we finished our work, fucking putting on YouTube poops of Robotnik, and every time he'd say Pingus would just be howling with laughter. It was a simpler time, but my god, I cannot tell you the impact that Robotnik's Pingus left on my childhood. Like,
Unfortunately, you're not the only one. YouTube poops around that time. That was like between that and rewatching Red versus Blue was most of what I was doing on YouTube around that time.
I gotta tell you, I am
Yeah.
really happy that I grew up as part of the poop generation. Like, YouTube poops were fucking hilarious back then. Like,
I remember saying things like Chronicles of the Dinner Blaster
yeah,
because of the Zelda CDI series.
that was my first exposure to Zelda as well, was the CDI poops. And just King Harkinian being like, I wonder what's for dinner.
Did you guys see the indie
Dinner
game that's being made?
Blaster.
That's just a like it's just a spiritual successor to the CDI games.
No?
I'm gonna have to look this up. This is fascinating to me.
If you grew up
Here,
in
I'll-
the poop era as well and you didn't see Toys Gone Wild, like, surely you
I
remember that
actually
one.
did not. I actually did not see Toys Gone Wild.
Damn, that was like the first poop anyone would ever watch. Either that or the SpongeBob chocolate you poop.
Chocolate YouTube poops. I saw a lot of the. God, that just name sounds weird. No, I think I got started on the CDI poops, and then a bunch of the rehashing of the over 9,000 jokes, and then I got into the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog poops.
I remember the most common one was the Sonic Says PSA about, like, getting touched by someone you like. Would constantly... I just remember there was one where Sonic was like, kids, you're not important. You're not cool. You're dumb. You have trouble learning how to read.
Sonic said I was. I remember one of my earliest memories of YouTube was sitting around with my cousins, and we were watching it, and this was still so bizarre to us. And we came across something that was people reanimating the events of Saw, but with SpongeBob characters, and that has stuck with me in the craws of my brain for like the past 20-something years. Fucking wild.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
great time to be alive.
I sent the trailer to that game I was talking about in the back rooms. We can watch it if you get a chance after the show.
Given that you guys are like Americans, for those of you here, like, it was in the latter end of the poop era. Did you ever see, like, the Michael Rosen YouTube poop?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was like fingering, lick it, tastes nice. Doesn't ring a bell at all?
Oh, and then that's
Me and my brother, we sit up in bed doing my dad. And that's not even edited.
and then we got we
Fill my
actually
mouth with
got
that
some
thick, sweet
memes
juice.
jokes from that
That's
era
not-
now.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, I know
Where
one
are
of
we at?
Yeah.
Yes. So I think next up is the 1993 Macy's Day Parade incident. And yeah, I know about this one.
That shit.
Balloon go fall.
Sonic
Yeah,
Dead.
balloon pop. That's the thing.
Doo-doom.
I feel like we've even mentioned that on the show before.
Yeah.
It's a perfect
some of these-
allegory
some of
for the
these-
franchise.
Yes. Some of these like more well-known ones. I say we just like quickly just zip through some of these.
All right, go on then.
Yeah.
Lead the way with Flicky 1984.
Well, I've already mentioned-
1984 is just a fucking game, isn't
Yeah,
it?
like so I said, it's just a game. It's
Yeah,
a
but
it's a
it
published
exists
video
in
game.
the Sonic world.
Yes. I like it. I think Flicky is fun.
It's a simple 80s arcade game. Yeah.
Boring as
Yeah.
fuck.
I discovered it on Sonic Mega Collection, and it was okay.
I discovered it on one of those cheap ass plug and play systems when I was a kid.
Oh, this next one we've definitely never.
Did you know? Jackson worked
Did you
on
know?
Sonic 3?
Did you know? Michael Jackson worked on the music for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Tommy Tellerico held his little hand while he did it.
We were talking though last night about like how fucking funny it is that the Brad Buxer band, the Jetsons, fucking called the album that had the Ice Cap song on it the Blue Virgin album. It's so
Well, didn't they,
backhanded.
It's so
There was also,
backhanded,
like,
you know,
a-
the only people that are gonna buy that album were Sonic fans.
Well, I think they also re-released that album like with artwork that was just Ice Cap.
It's
Yeah, it was
just Ice
literally the
Cap.
Ice Cap. But
The blue version. Yeah.
honest to God, no hate to him. Like he's just a little man. If he's not, ready to do that yet, no hate.
I don't know how far, like Wayne, I don't know how far you got in my video, but
Oh, I saw it. I was
have any of
cackling.
have any of you just gotten like Tommy Tellerico jump scared?
Yes,
Yeah, 'cause that happens.
Spider-Man for the PS1, and I was just like,
happens very
oh,
often.
fuck.
So did he actually do the music for Spider-Man 1 the game, or did he just?
Who's to
Oversee it.
say? I don't fucking know. Maybe.
It is about as confusing as like Bruce Faulconer.
Because
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
2000 soundtrack is fucking legendary. Like,
I love it, and I wish more soundtracks for Spider-Man sounded like that.
if they could
partially
be
just
that
because that's-
fun, like it's just fun to listen to. Even the
Well, it was after.
the credits
Hey.
cover of the fucking 60s theme music is just
fun.
so early 2000s. It's wonderful.
And that's like I think between that and the '90s cartoon, like that intro, I've associated the electric guitar with Spider-Man ever since, and it's always disappointed me. Again with that game, I associated that voice with like Venom, and I haven't gotten a good reprise of either.
And that's Cosmo as well. Like that's literally the fail your parent, you know?
Oh, Darren Norris is a good actor. Like he's
yeah.
got range.
Yeah.
I was so pissed off when I found out Darren Norris was going to be returning as Venom in Ultimate Alliance 3, and then he just does the same stupid, uninspired, like dumb Ultimate Comics monster Venom voice that we've always heard, and I hated it.
I tell you what, I'm looking forward to Tony Todd's version of Venom though, because he does sound quite a bit like the PS1 Venom. I also do part of the reason why I really like the Venom movies, well, the second one anyway, is because Venom feels like he was pulled straight out of the PS1 game.
In terms of attitude, yes. In terms of like his dynamic with Eddie, completely different from any other interpretation I've ever seen. But
they really go down the path of them being two separate entities. They don't usually go that far with that.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. If to be clear, I mean, the idea of the symbiote suit making Peter dumb and edgy, and I mean that in a good way, didn't come around until the '90s cartoon. So it's
true. And you know who actually coined that?
Who's that?
Avi Arad.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah, Avi Arad is the guy who left that fingerprint on the black suit story. We all hate Avi Arad these days.
Iceberg, guys.
Oh, Sonic. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thumbs up if we would rather do Spider-Verse right now.
Oh. Okay. So, I guess that's it for tier 2.
Yeah. Shall we do tier 3 before we decide to cut this thing in half?
I just want to talk about like the more fun ones, because these other ones, like, we don't need to actually talk about. Sonic's real name is Maurice. That's what they named him in the Archie comic. Movie redesign was a publicity
You're
stunt.
stupid if you believe that.
Show.
Yeah, like you are stupid if you think the movie redesign was a publicity stunt.
That's not how movie making works.
That's not how money works. Full stop. Like you have to be.
We've said all that before.
Special kind of fucking toilet brain
Sonic.
to believe that. Wait, what about Mario
Mighty
Marble Zone?
Sonic.
He's there. He's got it's the two lions kissing and they look like a Mario.
Yeah, that's a cute one. Mighty as Sonic. Obviously,
There's a lot in common
Mighty
with the sprites. Like
it's just the sprite of Sonic just redone.
Okay.
Madonna.
I actually do. I do want to.
Not such a blue virgin now, is he?
What was that, Wayne?
I do legitimately want to know what the stolen display copy of Sonic 2 is about. What is that?
That I don't know. That's why I wanted to get to some of these, because like I've never heard of some of these before.
You know, as a kid,
I
Isn't
love
that-
trivia like this. So
Isn't that the beta that was stolen from like a trade show when they were showing off a beta of Sonic 2?
and that's how
one of
people
the-
know about like the Hidden Palace and how the ROM got online and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's cool.
oh, that's cool.
That's really, really cool. I did
Also,
not know that.
as a kid, I definitely bought into the Tails doll curse, but it's really stupid. in
Well,
hindsight.
like I don't know what that is.
So I don't know either. I just saw it. And thought, like, kind of scary.
I think it was like an internet creepypasta thing that circulated around the Tails doll and kids thinking it was creepy.
Yeah, they
Guys,
like
I'll be right back.
he walks up
Be right
to you and
back.
is like, "Oh, can you feel the sunshine and
So-
stuff like that?" You know.
Well, so
Wait, Gilly, didn't the Tails doll kill you?
Gilly's
that
gone,
one
man.
time?
Gilly gone Island.
Killed them again.
Where-
So the thing with the Tails doll curse, because I was huge into creepypastas around this time. This was one of the ones that made me upset because
No
it was
surprise
like
there.
it was legendary in that everybody knew what it was, and then you looked into it. It's like, oh, this thing is batshit stupid.
I don't think a creepypasta has ever been or will ever be as well put together as Ben Drowned.
Ben
And that
Drowned
was-
and like Marble Hornets are my two tops in terms of like how to functionally make these things.
Well, you'll have to send me Marble Hornets because I'm not familiar with that.
There's
But
so many
Tails
like
doll,
fiction
like-
creepypastas that are just fucking stupid.
But so the Tails doll thing was like, oh, he comes out of the video game and kills you. The way that it's supposed to happen is like if you 100% Sonic R, that will attract Tails doll to you,
your location.
and then and then it just apparently the song "Can You Feel the Sunshine" is supposed to be cursed. Apparently, it's just.
It's not the
It's
worst.
basically it's the Bloody Mary curse thing where you say her name multiple times in front of a mirror, but for the Tails doll,
It's
it
Bloody
makes
Mary
him come out of
Sonic,
the TV
basically.
and kill you. Yes.
Biggie Smalls.
I mean,
Biggie Smalls.
it's like that meets The Ring as well. I mean, it's far from the worst fucking, fiction-based creepypasta I've ever seen. Like, typically they follow that formula, like, I booted up my Sonic game and his eyes were red, so I started crying and coming. Like, just very
oh my
easily
god, is that
scared
Sonic
individual.
EXE?
It's Sonic movie. Ooh.
I legitimately do want like a physical copy of Sonic R, if I'm being honest. It's just so fucking.
And then he's gonna come out of the TV and kill you to death, Wayne.
To death.
Well, at least someone's
Yeah.
attracted to you, aside from me.
Damn. Okay. Fuck.
All right, what do we got next? Chaos is a mutated Chow. That's an easy one. Not
Yeah.
so.
Well, I guess that's confirmed now. So.
Not
Yep.
so.
Nazo. It's Nazo. It's from
Oh, okay.
Nazo Unleashed.
You'll know a lot about that, won't you?
So basically, because of the era of like Super Mario Brothers Z and stuff like that, there was a lot of let's make this franchise, but it's Dragon Ball Z. That's what Nazo is. Nazo is Sonic Dragon Ball Z. It's a huge series of fan animations where a single enemy, Nazo, comes and starts just bodying the entire cast, which is the formula for most of the Dragon Ball Z movies. Big bad comes, bodies the cast. Somebody please give Goku a new shiny technique so he can kill the thing in one hit.
I was aware of
Oh man,
Goku
was getting his ass.
Nazo's existence.
Nazo.
I thought he was in Sonic X for some reason.
No.
Goku sure was getting his ass beat until he turned things up to 5th gear.
God damn it. Goku the monkey.
He couldn't handle
My dog
the
just
aren't they
stuff.
both-
destroyed a
aren't they
speaker.
both
Fuck
inspired
me.
by the Monkey
God
King?
damn.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
You know
I
that.
think they
So
would be good, but
the Sonic X thing is because Nazo Unleashed was made around the time that Sonic X was still big in America. So like the 2006 2007 times was around the time that was like gaining steam on YouTube.
I see. I just remember the one piece of artwork I know of Nazo being like
One Piece.
it's a supersonic edit from Sonic X, but it's in like
It basically is
the hypersonic colors, I guess. All right, are we happy with that one?
Yeah.
We kind of did a Halloween special about this next one, didn't we? The Red Mountain Escape Prisoner.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Like who died, you know?
Yes, me.
Who died? Why are they in Sonic
It's
Hell?
Maria Robotnik.
Oh.
She's in hell for being a dirty fucking person.
That's Eggman's brother is the escape prisoner.
Mr. Dr. Eggman.
Sorry, guys. I was chasing my dog out. She destroyed a speaker wire. Lose my fucking mind with this
I
dog.
told you she's got a crap personality.
That's fine. It's a detachable wire.
Beat her up.
Oh, this
no.
one I know
She's too
Nick knows
sweet.
about.
All right, where are we at?
Weknia.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
No, what
I
is
don't
no?
care.
I don't know what Weknia is. What is Weknia?
Yeah, there are some people who actually don't know about this one, which is why I'm handing it off to
Yeah,
you.
What is-
Nick.
what
It's
is
Sunset
Wek?
City, not the Nick show. Come on.
I have heard the term. I don't know what that is.
Then you're all terrible friends.
What is
Because I
Weknia?
made a whole video
I've-
about it. So simply,
Again, I've heard the term. Maybe it just didn't stick with me, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, your videos
No,
don't
it's not.
fucking stick with me. I don't remember shit, man.
stop whining. I
Fuck!
will tell you.
Okay, come on.
I have enough stupid dogs in my life. I will put you down.
Ow. Is that all because I didn't get into the show?
I'll just get you injected.
I'm more than just a performer, Nick. I'm afraid
Just
to.
like Gilly did.
Well, come on. What is
Anyway.
Weknia then?
So the name alone, it doesn't make sense to me. There's leftover data in Knuckles Chaotix. That so if you do like the debug code, you can open this debug menu and pick
Oh,
your,
is he the
your
colorful
character.
boy?
Yeah,
I
so
remember
like
that
there's
video now.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was
Yep.
literally about to ask you about this, Nick.
The video was just
This is
called
exactly
a series
what I
of
was
question
thinking of.
marks, wasn't it? Like that's
No,
Yeah.
it's
It was a star
a bunch of
line.
stars. That's what Starline's based off. Is that glitchy model? It looks like Knuckles. I think he could potentially fly like Tails in one of the variants of it. I know he's got like Mighty. I think he's got Mighty's colors, if I remember correctly.
so he's
But
basically
yeah,
when you
it's
try to
leftover
boot
data.
up. He's when you try to boot up Sonic Colors Ultimate.
Yes, absolutely that. Yes, it breaks the game. Like it just depends on what version of the game you're playing, because like a bunch of the betas are out there online. But yeah, like
yeah, you're
it's
one of them, pal.
What's weird is there was no like creepy pasta about it. And then like years after I made that video, someone's like, actually there is. It's like, you made it after I made my video. What do you want from me? But it is weird, like for like almost 3 decades, like there just nobody was doing anything with it, even though they had like Ashura, like other glitchy Sonic things that they've had full backstories for.
Wait, Ashura
The
is the
Witch King
robot
is
with
one
the
of them.
hips.
God fucking.
The robot with the hips and the 3 dicks. Slam. Goes the
Yeah,
dick.
dude.
So,
So anyway, yeah, it's the white echidna. It's the glitchy white echidna.
Whoa, you can't
It's
just
supposed
call
to-
it. You can't just call it a white echidna, dude. Come on.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't
Come on.
understand where that name comes from, because it's supposed to be white echidna, and I don't know what Wetchnia
oh
is.
no, I get it. No, Weknia is
Wekid-
basically just white
Wekidna.
echidna shorthand,
They just
right?
left out the D.
They just left out a lot of letters.
Yeah, it's just a short way of saying it.
Weknia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just rolls off the tongue a little better.
You know what it does?
I hate it.
Marble
You know
Zone
what? That's what
UFOs, we all know about that one, right? I mean, anything to spice up that fucking boring level. I would have taken some UFOs. The best kind of UFO in Marble Zone would be a UFO to abduct me to a different zone.
Wait.
Hang on, did you guys get Nazo incorrect? I saw Ozjam actually is from an early trailer for Sonic X. Did you guys get Nazo incorrect?
Hey, I'm
No,
just going off
everything
of
I
my
said
info.
was everything I said was correct.
Okay.
Is
There may
Ozjam
be, there may
is,
be
I
more
don't give a shit about
information
Sonic
as
X,
well.
so
is that dirty little kangaroo fuck trying to pull one over on us?
No, so
no, it's
what
from,
he's
it's from official Sonic media.
no,
they
what
just
he
named
what,
it
what
Nazo.
Ozjam is what Ozjam is saying is that there's a history behind the name that we did not get, behind like why it's called Nazo. But everything that I said about what it was is still what it is.
I was chasing around a dog when you guys were going through that. I apologize. Did you guys do the
bored.
Red Mountain Escape Prisoner?
Yeah, we did
Yes,
that
we
one.
did.
We did a
Oh
whole.
man, that's the one.
No,
That's
we
the
did a
one.
whole
I'll
fucking
listen to this.
podcast about that though, didn't we? In Halloween 2 years ago.
Did we actually talk about that specific one? Was that the mission one?
we did. It was even the thumbnail. I made the transparent version of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
nice.
losing your memory in your old age, Nick.
You
Tragic.
hate to see them go.
No, I was just asking. Is it the mission one from DX?
God, I'd hate to get dementia. That's really scary. God, I'd hate to get dementia. Sounds really
he's so-
scary.
The only thing that he carried through with him was his love of TMNT. So now it's Dementia X.
I don't even get that, but that's funny.
I thought that was pretty clever. Thank you.
All right.
Sonic in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Were any of you
Oh,
guys
the-
around for the stupid April Fool's joke?
Yes,
I was not.
Yeah, but wasn't he supposed to be or something?
I've heard rumors that he potentially was. I've heard I guess maybe Sega had conversations about that being a possibility, maybe. But the most I've known about it is EGM posting fake screenshots of Sonic and Smash for an April Fool's episode or issue. That's all I remember, and it broke my heart. It broke my heart in half.
I remember getting so hyped for the Brawl trailer that had Live and Learn in it because of being stuck in this brain rot as a kid.
Well, there you go. Perfect.
This one, this next one's kind of been confirmed by Tails too.
Yeah, basically.
Sonic is homeless, except Boom Sonic isn't. He's got a shack, and that's all the more reason to love Sonic Boom.
I think that's the funniest damn thing. It's so weird. It's so weird how like back and forth they are about the lore of this world and these characters. It's like, no, he just hangs around. I guess just crashes with Tails on occasion.
It's like there is no consistency or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This next one looks like a fan theory. I think we've all.
I think it's been
I get
implied
even the
in
reading
SA2
the
as
even the
well.
line.
SA2 implied it where like shadows like
Yeah.
you are the ultimate.
I also I did kind of want to go back a quick second. What are the UFOs in Marble Zone?
In the beta
So in the-
of
yeah.
Sonic 1, there are UFOs visible in the sky of Marble Zone.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I
I'll
never
get
knew
you a
about
picture
that.
of it and put it in the back room.
If I
Appreciate it.
remember from one of
Yeah.
the screenshots, they might have been platforms.
They
at some
just look
point,
like,
maybe?
I mean, maybe, but they just look like little Saturns, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
and they rotate. Yeah, put it in the back rooms now. There you go. It's
The big
just-
deal about it was like they did release a screenshot somewhere. I don't know if it was for like a trade show or it was in like
Yes,
some Japanese
it's
magazine, some
here.
shit like that.
Here it is. Just beneath that little hentai trailer you posted, Wayne.
Yeah, and as far as Sonic being the true ultimate life form, I thought that was kind of the point they were going with in terms of the Shadow and Sonic storyline.
He might
Where
as well
Shadow
be. He's a
wasn't-
Gary
yeah.
stew, isn't he? You know, they
Yeah,
can't keep
like
their
the-
hands out of that cookie jar.
I mean,
he's
the whole
just
point
one
of
of the-
Shadow's like, this is what the ultimate life form design looks like, and then it happened naturally with Sonic because he's just the best boy.
I mean, I just want
I
to
mean,
point
it's-
something
it's-
out.
Hmm.
By the time Sonic Prime ends, presumably we're going to have new universes out there, one with 9 in it, and etc., etc. Sonic's not going to let those universes die to save his own. That will make Sonic God.
Not necessarily.
Yes, because he created
There-
those universes, and he's the reason why they still stand. Therefore, Sonic
I
is
mean,
God.
And
I mean-
you make a new multiverse every time you make a decision. Are you a god?
Yes.
Are we?
I don't know why I even asked that. I should have expected that answer.
That's just going by multiverse theory in general.
That-
Like,
I mean,
the
this case,
show
though,
is
it's not
been
even a
really
theory.
making them.
It's not a theory in this case. He's literally fucking seen it. He's been there, and he's seen it. Never gonna stop
Okay,
believing.
but if you cause something, did you create it?
Yes, by accident. Yeah, God could have just tripped over his dick one day, and suddenly here we are. I mean, if we're not an accident, then we got some explaining to do, you know? Like,
I know I'm an accident. My parents told me so.
God fucking damn it!
you had to make it heavy, didn't you?
All the time, all the time with that joke.
No, certified. Did we trigger you, baby? Don't worry.
Why-
Gendered
are
language.
You,
Shut up.
are you
Shut
bullying
up.
kids again?
Of course I am. Ridiculous. Anyway, too tired for this nonsense. Where are we at? Sonic's real name is Sonny. I don't know this one.
Okay, no, I think that's according to the Bible. The Sonic Bible.
Oh, the old one.
Yeah, after
Wait,
saying
are you
he's
Tom?
God, after saying
you
he's God,
really
he's
going, he's
literally in
God?
the Bible. No, yeah, in the Sonic
Yeah.
Bible, the backstory is that he's like a hedgehog called Sonny, and he lives with his family outside like a fucking burger restaurant in Montana, I think.
Something like that. Yeah. I think
Which
it's
would
from
explain
Montana.
why it all takes place in Montana in the Sonic movies.
See,
Mhm.
this is why the Burger Man matters.
That's
All
going
right.
to be Nick's new series. Why Burger Man Matters.
Are we go? Is this?
Dude, I love that stupid Burger Man so much. I was so
everyone.
happy Chomix made a video about him.
Is this the last of the categories we're going to do for now? Are we going to put a dead mark there? Say that this box is the last one?
I mean, we don't have that many super chats. We can keep going.
Well, we should get more
Yeah.
super chats. That's what we should prioritize. Guys, give me some
I-
money. Come on.
Okay.
I ain't begging.
We
Just
still
give
got-
it.
We've still got a few of these to get through. And there's some interesting ones in here.
I'm down with like Nick's ideas. Just like let's just actually pick out ones we're not familiar.
And skip over
yeah,
ones
I'd say
that
we
are-
kind of
Pick
like
out ones that
blaze
are
through
interesting.
some of these real quick.
Ah, Blaze.
Because like we're finally getting to stuff that actually looks interesting. To
Okay,
me.
so what's the Big the Cat secret rings lore? I know nothing about this.
Well, yeah,
It's-
sir. You have to know, right?
So it's the exact same thing as the locations for Sonic Adventure 2, except for one thing. In Sonic and the Secret Rings, every single one of Sonic's friends takes a character slot from the Arabian Nights. Like Tails is Alibaba, Knuckles is Sinbad, except Big the Cat. Big the Cat is seen in all the locations in the game the same way he is in Adventure 2, but he does not have a character motif like everybody else. So the question always comes down to what the hell is he doing here? Because he's not Big the Cat as some random person from a bazaar as he should be. It's just Big. It's Big as he normally is. In Adventure 2, it makes sense.
Second
He's
question.
in Sonic's world.
Second question. Was Big ever released from cyberspace?
What is he
Oh,
doing in
shit.
cyberspace is the other question.
Did he
now.
ever-
The fishing holes are all in cyberspace, aren't they?
Did he ever make it off of the Starfall Islands?
They did take him with him on the tornado.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
there's still
so
like
this is the...
ancient robots out there that want him dead. So
So I've
That better be in the
my
DLC.
personal thought. My personal thought on this has basically come down to Big the Cat is the Watcher.
I mean,
That's-
Doesn't he blatantly interfere in Sonic Adventure 1?
Only in Adventure 1. He didn't gain Watcher status until after Adventure 1.
I don't know. He kind of helped out Sonic in Frontiers.
Did he? Did he really?
Yes, he helped him.
He
crack
helped him
the
to
disc of the
get-
game in half.
Yeah.
yeah, he helped him to get the tokens.
Okay, but in actual like story canon, the only thing he does after Adventure 1 is being in Heroes and helping Amy Rose, I guess.
I mean, he's there in canon in Sonic Frontiers.
Yes,
he-
but we also don't know if like, so for all we know, as far as the Frontier story is concerned, when you're fishing, you're just chilling the fuck out with Big. As far as the writers are concerned,
Giving him a little sucky suck, you know.
I'm talking about like
I don't know.
actual narrative
Everything is
moments.
canon.
I'm talking about actual.
What I
actual
mean is like
narrative
they
moments,
always they always refer back to game mechanics as actual events.
Ah,
in,
yes, which is why rings are thoroughly established in wait.
I was talking within the games themselves. Smart ass. I'm saying he interfered in Sonic Adventure 1, Heroes, and in Frontiers, and in Sonic Chronicles.
Hey, I'm not saying that he's got all the exact
Sonic-
same rules as the Watcher. I'm just saying that this
There's
dude
quite an
is in a lot of
interesting one.
places.
There's quite an interesting couple of ones coming up. So shall we move along?
Oh, we probably
yeah.
should.
Okay, who wants to get this next one?
Let's see. Fuck. What?
Rouge's wonky eyes. I got it. There it is. So how many of us know about that then? Do we know about Rouge wonky eyes?
I know. I know Sonic's slot machine eyes in Sonic Adventure.
Okay, so the wonky eyes is a glitch that can occur in Sonic Adventure 2. It's this. It's this image I've just put in the back rooms. I don't know how it happens, but it happens. That's the look she gives when I get my
I've seen
dick
that
out.
before.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, then those bedroom eyes, right?
Yeah, that's what I've been talking about all this time. That's why I wanted the banger.
I mean, she's looking at 3 different bedrooms at once, but
Oh my god, Gilly, I just saw your tweet.
Nothing's sexier than a woman who can't see.
He's just
Oh my god.
You mean you saw my post on
yeah. Yeah.
on everyone's
Um,
favorite app?
X.
These next, I mean, they're actually getting into some interesting ones here. Like the drop dash is from Sonic 3.
Yes.
That was interesting. Yeah, because the beta dropped and we
Yeah.
discovered the drop dash was there.
Yeah.
Sister
so-
Sonic.
I-
I'm done talking about this drop dash in Sonic 3.
No, I know.
What's going on?
I know some things that might contribute to this, but I don't know if it does. I don't know what they're referring
Okay.
to with Sister Sonic here, but one thing I do know, and there's a really good video on this by good old Groovy Jake on YouTube. So obviously you got the Sonic Dick cartoons, Adventures, Sad AM, Underground. There was a 4th one planned, which would be a bit more aimed at girls, basically, and there's a few documents basically left over just documenting some production details, but basically it would focus on sisters of Sonic the Hedgehog. Presumably maybe Sonya is in there. But yeah, it was a Sonic show for girls is what they were working for. So it fucking
Sonya Blade was going to be in a Sonic cartoon. That's wild.
fucking woke Sonic, But I want to see what they mean on this thing.
What are you talking about? The Sister Sonic?
Yes, what do they mean by
That's
Sister
Popful
Sonic?
Mail. That's
Huh?
just Popful Mail.
Who?
So they were gonna.
Oh no, shit!
yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are going to be aware of this now because I'm pretty sure they talked about it in that Did You Know Gaming recently. But Popful Mail was a game that came out for the Sega CD. I was aware of it because my uncle had it. It's a very charming little game. But they were initially going to re-release it here as a game starring Sonic's sister to help boost more sales. In the same line of Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Gosh, she's
it's that
kind of
very same
bad though,
idea.
you know.
But,
Sorry,
but that was the idea they were going with. They ended up not doing that, and they released Popful Mail as is over here in the States. It's still very hard to come by. It's one of the most expensive games for the machine, but it is a good game, and I am actually thankful they didn't change it.
Gender bent Sonic
So.
wouldn't be hard to come by. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh!
I
And
actually
Accelerate's
am
right. It was before Sonya.
I am interested in checking out that game because I remember when the Model 2 like Genesis Classic was coming out, I wasn't familiar with it. And y'all kind of put that on my radar, and I want to know what that's about because it looks like
I'm
fun.
very disappointed it didn't come out for the American version of that too.
Yeah,
I was really excited for that.
You guys also
I'm
need to
gonna
do
be
a
honest,
little research into the Supersonic Sisters though, because that's quite a rabbit hole. That
I would have gotten the I had the Model 2 Genesis Classic on pre-order, and I canceled it. I would have kept it if we had gotten Snatcher and Popful Mail.
I don't blame you. I've played mine once, and I kind of regret it because it's cool. It's got Sega CD games on there, but it's all just very
So can your Model 1.
as far as like what are they called? Common Sega CD games could go. Those are about the most common ones. They got the 2 Echo games and Sonic CD, and like okay.
no
And then like
Popful Mail,
Super
please,
Shark or some
please.
crap like that on there.
I prefer
I-
Popful
it's-
Female.
So they put the CD versions of the 2 Echo games on there.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I mean I've got those now, but it's just like I don't know, the CD versions of those games are what made me finally start appreciating that series. So
Yeah, no, I appreciate them. I just would have liked some more rare games on there.
yeah, like the stuff like that is such an opportunity to bring out some games that have had a really hard time. I keep mentioning it, Crusader of Senti. Like release more games like that are impossible to get a hold of physically. There's no other way to play them. It's wild. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Some of these. I mean, Sonic and Knuckles Chaotix. It's just there's some like supersonic sprites and stuff like that in the game, right?
I think
Oh,
so.
I remember
That's
that.
one that I'm not super familiar with a lot of the background stuff of Chaotix.
There's also a ROM.
Yeah. Yeah. It's about the only ROM hack that exists for Chaotix. I know we talked about it before. It drives me. I don't know if it drives me crazy. I just think it's interesting. Nobody's yet modded the Bungie system out of the game.
So you can play it like an actual video game.
Probably find
Yeah.
that levels are just 10 seconds long if you do that.
No,
That's fine. It's the most liberating part of the game is when you get hurt enough that you can only run by yourself.
Okay, so right, Genocide City Zone. That name goes so fucking hard. But wasn't that originally just like an alternate name for chemical plant?
I think so, yeah.
I know that there was like a ROM hack which was like a Sonic 2 beta recreation, which had like quite a cool city level in there that was based on like Genocide City, and it had like a really cool moon in the sky that kind of looked like an eyeball. It was awesome, but wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, was Genocide City Zone, did that ever have any assets of its own, or was that just a
Not that anyone
just a
knows
name?
of. The cool thing is,
No.
if you do boot up the actual Sonic 2 beta ROM, and you try to load up Genocide City, you just fall into a blue void and die.
Ha.
Hmm.
Weird.
Pretty
Go.
sick. Pretty fucking sick.
Unnamed Sonic robots, I'm gonna assume that's the Sonic Extreme.
That sounds like right up your alley.
I'm assuming those are just the Sonic Extreme ones. I could be wrong though. I don't know if there's any other unnamed Sonic unless I mean, it could be the Sonic Adventure one. This was made 3 years ago. This iceberg. So maybe the Sonic Adventure one.
Oh yeah,
Which
the
we now
Mecha
know.
Godzilla one.
We now know for sure is definitely a Mecha Godzilla reference. So just Mecha Sonic.
You know, I used to think genocide was a substance.
Ha!
Oh.
Gives a whole new meaning to I'm addicted to genocide.
And there's a lot of words that I used to use willy-nilly as a kid without knowing what they meant, and it's always funny when they have to be explained to you.
Also, what the fuck would a genocide city even entail?
Robotnik
Germany.
already took over everything. And
Yeah, but
so,
like everyone's dead, right?
technically speaking,
Robotnik ain't a murderer.
What?
I mean, sometimes he is.
He almost shot like Amy point blank in the back of the head.
Then why is Sonic so chill with him? Is he just a bad friend?
yes.
Damn.
What's Antoine is faster than Sonic? Faster in quotation marks. Does
Wait,
anyone know
what's
what that
this?
is?
Where are we looking? Antoine.
Just under the unnamed Sonic robots. Antoine. Yeah.
So
Inside
are we implying that he's quoting that he's faster than? Maybe he thinks he's faster.
Maybe he finishes faster.
He
than
nots.
Sonic?
Fuck.
I mean, they put faster in quotation for some.
I mean,
reason.
we know that Geoffrey St. John's is faster than Sonic. If you.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I will be right back.
I wonder if it's like it. I wonder if there's like a moment in like the show or the comic or something where Antoine, it's like a continuity error. Like he's on like stays like on one side of the screen and suddenly he's on another or something like that.
Theoretically,
That's what
there's- theoretically,
That's what it
there's
probably is.
a lot of people faster than Sonic, because like Robotnik's outrun him several times. He's faster.
Yes, we've all seen the game theory.
Silver
We've
is
all seen it.
faster. Silver is faster than Sonic. If we go by the Generations boss fight, you know, and how it is.
And the mystery of
That's
the
why
Sonic statue. Sorry, go ahead.
Sonic statue?
Yeah, there's that
Yeah.
snowboarding Sonic that's in like this backward area in Japan, and it used to be all
Oh.
dilapidated, and someone recently restored it, but we don't know who. We don't know how it got there. We don't know why it is, what it is, or how it is.
See, that's the type of stuff that you actually should make a creepypasta off of, not Tails doll.
My Tails doll is a good thing to make a creepypasta
Did we
out
know
of. Just
about that at the
creepypasta are
time
usually
of-
bad.
I
If
think
it-
Tails doll is a fine thing to make a greasy pasta at it.
Just
you know,
not the
fuck
one that
writing.
was made.
Okay, so Covio, Antoine punched St. John and insulted Sonic at the same time, and Sonic said, "That's speed."
Oh my god.
Sonic Boom takes place in Sonic's mind. Why does Sonic's mind have better canon than the real world?
Why do you think that the Sonic canon is the real world?
In the real world, in Sonic's fuck off.
Sonic's my friend, okay?
I care deeply about him. Okay.
My dad works at Sonic.
Accelerate. Everyone asks, "What is the song statue?" Nobody asks, "How is the song statue?" No, I would say Badnik has done both of those.
I
Actually,
asked how.
he
I asked
introduced
how
us. He did though. Like he introduced the world to it, and then he did a follow up, which was basically, "How's it doing?" Doing a lot better. You know,
I think I'm gonna
It's,
meet Badnik McCann.
it dropped the drugs and turned its life around.
I
Looking a lot better.
think I'm gonna meet him at the Sonic Symphony next month.
That's
even.
awesome. We should get him on the show sometime.
Yeah, we should. He does very, very well researched videos.
Yeah.
Anytime I think I got a good idea for a video, I'm like, oh fuck, he's already.
So I already know what this next one is, but Cirrus, since you love SA2 so much, you want to just explain what this is real quick?
What is this? What is the actual name of the one we're on?
Terios.
Terra? I actually don't know this one.
How can you not
That's-
know that one? Even I know that
Oh
one.
my
I mean, of
God.
course I know
Well,
that one.
Pup, you love Sonic Adventure 2 so much, apparently more than Sir, so why don't you take it away?
Well, fucking.
During
duh.
the
Freaking A.
concept stages of Shadow the Hedgehog,
Did
that
he
was
ask you?
that's
Did he
one of his
fucking ask
names.
you? Wayne asked me.
I'm so tired.
Did he ask you? Fucking
You take
wait,
5
wait
I
your
minutes
know
to get
turn.
what-
anything done.
Wait your
I know
goddamn
what
turn.
this is. I know what this is now. I just didn't know about the name.
It was Shadow's original name. It means dark reflection. And there's a lot of concept designs of this Terios, and he was going to be super muscular at one point. A lot of them aren't actually too dissimilar from how Infinite ended up looking, with like that sort of asymmetrical look.
Yeah.
They definitely took some notes there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
next
know what
up-
this next one is.
Neither do I. Sounds like the kind of dance I'd like to do in a nightclub, though.
Wait.
Death grinding.
This
Grinding.
remind me of something. Do it.
Oh
am
wait,
am I going crazy, or is there somebody that we're familiar with named Dr. Terry Chaos?
Mr. Terry Chaos.
Mr. Terry Chaos. Is that a reference to Terios?
No. Probably not, right?
It's so close though. Like,
It's
it
not
sounds
that
kind of like
close.
it.
Like Terry and Chaos are
It's
already
close enough.
words.
It could be.
Those are words. His name is probably Terry, and he probably has Chaos Control.
No, there's no such thing as a coincidence. It's Sonic related. It sounds kind of like that a little bit.
Right, that's
So
it.
I don't-
I'm gonna jump
so
over
I-
this table and I'm gonna give you a little kiss.
So I don't know if this is what the death grinding thing is, but I think it might have something to do with the fact that in Sonic Adventure 2, there's a lot of areas where you can get on grind rails that lead directly into pyramids, which are just giant fucking tombs.
That's awesome.
Almost almost as
Mhm.
almost as if you're, grinding down into where you're going to die, like that one roller coaster that's supposed to kill you with Euphoria.
I was thinking of that,
guess-
but somebody made a version of that was Sonic grinding on it as a rail, and it's it's just the rail that's meant to kill you.
Oh my god. That's the only thing I could think of that this could possibly be off the top of my head.
Good up. Gotta reveal it.
Oh my gosh. It's so this
Uh,
freaking plane. It's
Well, I see what you're talking about, Wayne. I looked up death grinding Sonic, and the euthanasia coaster is the first thing that came up.
First thing that came up to me was a music album called Sonic Slaughter by Scum Eater.
What?
somebody actually, I mean, the dude who actually put this iceberg together, I guess he responded in the comments in the thing here. So it looks like
Hey!
Hey,
says, okay, I put down death grinding. I'm not in ours, in his own Reddit comments. This is 3 years ago, guys. But
I would have, man, that would have been legitimately cool.
that would have been cool. Okay, I put down death grinding. I forgot about it for like a month, and I was very confused when I worked on this image again. Turns out it's just a glitch in Final Rush.
No.
Oh,
Guys, check the back rooms real quick.
Okay.
I gotcha.
oh, fair
All right.
enough.
No worries, bud. No worries.
Fucking go.
I wanted to get to some of these ones here in the fourth one here. SA1 electric chair. So, I mean, there's electric chairs in the game, wasn't there?
Are they in Death Mountain?
Red Mountain?
Red Mountain?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
any
I'll
electric
look
chairs.
this up. Nick Advent. Sounds like a cool spin-off. No kidding, there's an electric chair in one of the jail cells.
I was gonna say, I thought I remember seeing those. Like when I was a kid, like playing around Sonic Adventure, I would take every opportunity I could to just explore and observe the environments. And I'm pretty sure I remembered an electric chair.
Yeah, there
Oh,
is
Jesus.
an electric chair in there.
There is an electric chair. Holy shit!
That's dark. I don't like
That's
I've
the one-
never noticed that.
That's the one
That's
Max Goof is being sent to.
it. Max, you want to fuck my wife? Wait, hang on. Max, you want to
Max,
fuck my
you want to go in
wife?
the electric chair?
Your
You
day of
dick.
fucks.
guys want to do the next one?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so we got death grinding electric chair. Yeah, Tails gets trolled as canon. No, the fuck it isn't.
Actually, it
Just gonna
is.
assume that
No,
because
it-
everything is canon.
No, hold on. There's a reference to. Oh wait, did you say Tails gets trolled?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tails
I-
gets trolled as
I thought you were
canon.
talking about Tails on the bench because yeah, that actually did get acknowledged in Team Sonic Racing.
Oh, that's funny. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. Rouge at one point is like, "Don't you have something better to do, Tails? Like go and sit on a bench or something?"
Well, that could have also just been a reference to being a bench warmer.
Yeah,
'cause
and the
he-
Super Knuckles thing could have just been a reference to "Shut the fuck up, Wayne."
I mean,
Okay.
that was Super Knuckles was just a hypothetical.
Hypothetically, super.
Anyway, we all know what cope is. Just
Yep.
Yeah, it's what fucking Sonic fans do on a daily basis, including myself.
Don't
Yeah.
remind me.
Bootleg plushes is kind of a broad one. Like, that's like an inevitability, if anything.
Is there like a fake Crash equivalent of Sonic?
I'm sure there is.
I mean,
there has to be.
you gotta
right?
love the Harry Potter Obama.
I mean, that's
mean,
pretty
yeah.
up there, yeah.
That's a bag, but it's not a plush. I mean, bags are kind
Nah,
of
but it is bootleg merch.
yeah. Don't mess with Fang, or else he'll bring out the real gun.
Fang's real gun.
What's the real gun?
I would assume. I mean, I can look up the. Let's see what the Reddit thing here says. Okay, the early screenshots of Sonic Triple Trouble shows Fang with a more realistic looking gun. I was wondering if it's gonna be something like that.
Okay. That's honestly probably what it is.
That's awesome.
I mean, it is especially funny now that they would tiptoe around that stuff, and now we have had a couple of games where Sonic characters will just be running around with guns.
Beanville real location. I don't even know what Beanville is.
Boston's also known as Beantown. That much I do know.
Does anyone know what Beanville is?
Is Beanville in
grow the
Dr. Robotnik's
beans?
Fuck, let me try that.
That's my guess. Yeah, that's my best guess.
Beanville. Yeah, it's a location mentioned in Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. It's a settlement located somewhere on the planet Mobius, and is the home of the... Hey, actually, since that's in Origins, that means Mobius is canon, Nick. There you go, man.
I said Mount Mobius is in Origins, so yeah, it is canon. Anyway.
There's not really much about that. Just fucking Beanville, innit? Inhabitants has been. Oh god, fucking damn it.
Mephiles equals the Time Eater. I've not heard that particular theory.
It was a theory in the run-up to Sonic Generations' release, back when Time Eater was still a mystery.
Yeah, because it's just they're like, hey, this is the second time we've seen time travel powers in the Sonic series.
And he's all smoky.
Mm-hmm.
The second time we've seen, the third.
The second time that a character who could manipulate time.
Eggman,
Like character
The third.
specifically.
Eggman manipulated time with the use of the time stones.
With the use of the time stones. There's the qualifier.
But the Time
Yeah,
Eater
so-
was just Eggman
and-
anyway. And
So, let's
Mephiles
see
used
here.
the emeralds.
Yeah.
King Botter
They all
says
use
that
something to do it.
I don't know if that's the point. So what I'm seeing from King Botter here is that Ian Flynn suggested that the Time Eater from Sonic Generations could have been an alternate Mephiles.
I mean, I had a theory that the End was another form of Mephiles, because it's the exact same fucking character.
So that's
The end
that
is
is
not a
interesting.
character.
The End and Mephiles are the exact same.
Yeah, Mephiles is a character, the end is not.
What is it that gives Mephiles character that the End does not have?
Presence, for one thing.
The End literally wiped out a civilization.
So I'm going to the Mobius
we've heard.
Encyclopedia here. According to
End.
Ian Flynn on the Bumble King forums, he believes that Sega intended to imply that the Time Eater was leftover matter of Mephiles. As such, he stated that the Time Eater is an alternate state of Mephiles that slipped through a crack in time. This could explain the purple aura and similar ability to travel through time. However, this is yet to be confirmed in universe or by any material produced by Sega.
So this is one of those things that Ian Flynn could bring into the canon at some point.
If that were
yeah.
the case, Sonic Generations really wasted that concept. I mean, on a story angle anyway, Sonic Generations completely fucking wasted the concept. Gameplay good, but story waste.
I mean, that's kind of the whole... Everything about that game feels that way. We're just like, it's an amazing experience to play. It has a story in the most technical sense only.
The story is like, here's your story, now fuck off. You know, like...
Well,
It's
to
what
be
Ian
fair,
Flynn has always done with Sonic. Like, let's take some dumb ideas and get a bit more meat on that bone.
The thing I
And-
just
and
found
again-
weird is that, like, we go to these past locations, but we don't interact with any of their inhabitants. Where's Tikal in Speed Highway? Where's Chip in Rooftop Run? You know, like...
Well, it's just like, I mean, again, kind of touched on this earlier, but kind of where the franchise was at the time, people were complaining about the overemphasis on story.
This
so
is true.
I think,
Story
yeah.
characters. See, Sonic fans, you're your own worst enemy at all times.
yeah,
History has
it's,
proven it.
again, it's definitely also an instance of Sega just taking certain criticisms in too far of a direction. But you know,
Remember which sect of the fan base levied those criticisms as well.
man, it's all just people. It's
It's
all just people
always
who
the
might not even
fucking-
have the same. They might not even have the same complaints about the franchise today.
They're
that they
hive
used
minds,
to.
damn it! We are all
Okay.
one. We are the Chaos Council.
It's
Sonic
almost-
fandom
it's
is the
almost like-
Borg.
it's almost like fans become fans when they're kids, and as years go by, they grow up and have their own voices they can share online.
Not if it was the classic fans during the Unleashed era. Those were adults. About.
I love how everybody pretends that there's these monolithic sides of this fandom, and yet it's not. We're all shit.
I think
Yeah.
it's all just. I think especially these days, it's just
I'm
people will
not
latch on
angry.
to certain ideas and just kind of roll with it. I think people just change their opinions over time.
Yeah, but
You
I'm
know, it's
different. I'm
really-
based. I'm based.
Or they grow up and get off the fucking internet too, and I've not done that yet.
Yeah.
Nick,
That's-
I hate
that's
to
You
tell
kinda-
you this,
you
but
sit here and cry.
I've
people
been
don't grow up
slowly
and get
just-
off the internet. The internet is the world now.
Yeah.
I've just been slowly like pushing myself a little bit further away from Twitter, and I think it's gonna help.
That's not a bad idea. I'm
Yeah.
slowly kind of pushing myself further and further away from it as well.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
like it's
help
good
you.
for like self-marketing. That is about it.
I'm gonna huff that internet like it's genocide.
I posted. I'll post a silly thing or retweet a silly thing and maybe make a couple of witty comments in some of the replies, but leave it alone. It's like yesterday, like someone was like, "Who's smarter, Mario or Sonic?" And I just like, "Mario's a fucking doctor," and then just left it 'cause I knew people were gonna be like,
Sonic built
Actually-
his own airplane.
He did
I
not
don't-
build that. There's no evidence that he built that.
or that Dr. Mario is a separate character. Like, all right, okay, I'm okay, bye.
I think the tornado works 1,000 times better if it's Tails' plane.
Of course it does, absolutely does.
Let Tails
Yeah.
have something. This is why the
Let
movies are
Tails
the
be
only ones.
smart boy.
This is why the movies are the only thing that's canon because they just fucking stole that thing.
Sonic doesn't need everything. He doesn't need to be the smartest kid on the block. He's like, yeah, maybe he beats up a doctor. I saw that reply too. Like, yeah, because he's a jock.
No,
beating
it
up
is
a nerd.
literally. It's a
He's a dick.
miracle. It's a
Every
miracle.
time I'm pretty sure most times that Tails has gone into like, here's all this technical jargon. Sonic has just been like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but sure, just point me in the right direction.
Whereas Sonic
It
would
could
actually just
easily
be like,
be that-
actually, Tails, you're a little incorrect on that equation there. See, what you're actually looking for is...
Could easily be that Sonic just got the plane as a gift from somebody when they were like, "Hey, thank you for saving our village" or some shit, and then Tails is just like,
but does he know
"Hey,
how to
buddy, you don't know
fly
how-"
it?
and then somebody's just like, "Hey, buddy, you don't know how to use this damn thing. Let me help."
I was
Also,
legitimately
Sonic
convinced that
Prime
was
is
gonna-
canon.
I mean, in Prime, it's referred to as Tails' plane. So,
I mean, it's more Tails' plane than Sonic's by now.
Also, he's an idiot in that show.
yeah, Sonic
Therefore-
can't fucking fly a plane in that show. Come on.
No.
He can't even ride a remote control car, you know? Like,
I'm sure he would find a way to fuck up riding a skateboard.
I wouldn't even trust that guy on a tricycle.
Let's see here. Where are we, boys? Where
We
are we?
are at...
I don't know.
No, we're
let's
at
see,
Vector's
Vector's
Origins.
So that
Dude,
I talked
Jesus.
about in the video. He's one of the earliest Sonic designs out there. Like his design was out there before Sonic 1 came out.
Well, actually, something that's not on here is in that same piece of artwork that shows a Vector, fucking Shadow's there as well.
What?
Yeah, I've shown you this, remember, Nick? Let me go Sonic Origins concept art.
Yeah, let's see this. I don't remember this.
I mean, it's a version of the Sonic design that has, like, stripes going up his quills and his quills go up.
Well,
Here,
I need to see this.
here we
I need
go.
to see this.
Just waiting for that shit to load, because streaming will do that to the old Wi-Fi. It's in the sketches. He's got a gun as well, I just want to point that out. Where is it? In the Sonic Retro forums. Where is it?
While you're doing that, does anybody know what King Boob Boo is all about?
a woman version
No.
of that ghost, right?
That looks like a typo, but I don't remember that. I would have noticed that in Sonic Adventure 2 if they made some silly typo. I'm gonna go back to the responses here. Let's see.
Here we go, I found it. I fucking found it, bro.
All right.
That, you can't... right, I'm putting it in the back rooms.
Okay. Yeah. So see, for King Boo Boo, a Halloween update for Sonic Runners erroneously labeled King Boom Boo as King Boo Boo. So there you go.
Oh, that's kind of.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I
That's actually not too far off from how Shadow would be drawn later. So interesting.
This
He's
had
got
to
a
be
gun.
later. This had to be later though, because Knuckles is there.
Apparently, it's Sonic 1 era.
I don't. Well, that doesn't make sense because we have seen concept art for Knuckles, and they took a little bit of time to design him too.
Okay, anyone able to verify this? I'm going to throw it up on stream. This piece of very early Sonic art, which appears to show what looks a bit like Shadow at the front.
I mean, that's definitely, I see the shadow in that for sure. But I don't know if that's before Sonic 1. It feels like they got the designs down. I mean, like you got a Charmy
Another
design
thing,
right there.
another thing is saying it was Sonic 3 era. I like the idea of Knuckles being a fry cook as a part-time job.
I was gonna say this has to be Sonic 3 era. Like those, they've got the Sonic-fied look down for all these animals at this point.
Knuckles spends all of his time wandering around Angel Island and stuff. Like he's had to experiment with just making new food and stuff like that. I feel like he would be a good cook.
I like the idea that he'll throw down at the Waffle House if you insult the waitress.
I think he eats berries out of his own poop. That's what I think.
I don't like that. Nick.
Second harvest.
And I don't like that you said that either.
All right, let's take a
Oh.
look here. Where are we at, everybody? Rumor, let's see.
A rumor come out.
Does Bruno Mars is gay?
Is Sonic Maurice gay?
Bruno
I almost
Mars
went-
is
I
gay
al-
is the
no,
biggest
I
story of
almost-
2014.
No, I almost went and looked at one of the, because I still have it on the side here just in case we need it. The guy's responses explain where he's gotten everything. I almost read that before actually reading the thing. And the fun of this is seeing if we know this beforehand.
Yeah.
Third storybook game.
So I'm not familiar with there being like an official try it one. I have said before that if they're going to do another storybook game, make it an RPG. If you're going to make another RPG, make it a storybook game.
You know,
my
Cyrus,
my basic assumption would be that since they put that tag in the corner of the Wii games, like the storybook series, I would at least assume that there was plans for something going further. But yeah, besides
Yeah.
Black Knight.
you know, Cyrus, in the past, I know that you mentioned that Frontiers is kind of like a spiritual successor to the storybook games, and yes, there's evidence of that, being that on one of the renders he's doing the storybook game pose that's, you know, consistent across the storybook game covers. But another thing I actually thought of recently is that the Sonic Frontiers story takes a great deal of inspiration from a Japanese folklore story called The Rabbit and the Moon. So maybe it technically is a bit of a storybook game in that regard.
I wouldn't say that it is a storybook
It's
game.
not,
but
but,
it
like-
definitely,
Kinda, you know?
it's got some of the vibe. It has some of the vibe.
Also, during the Chaos Island cutscene, you know, they go into that sort of animated art style for a bit, so, like, you know, it's definitely an inspiration in there, for definite.
Yeah, and so as far as I know, the only information we ever had on this was that there's some talks that they plan for a third storybook game floated around, and that seems to have been the intention from Sega. But we never got confirmation. No game that has come out has been that. And I don't even know if production time wise, if a third storybook game would have come out on the same system as the other games. 'Cause they're
Oh
all
my
Wii
God.
games.
Wait, check the back rooms.
Charles Champ. All right, Charles Champ and Rando have it nailed. There was a poll for a potential next storybook game, and Ancient Greece won the poll.
That would've been
is the
kinda
most
cool.
Oh.
Well, we got Sonic and Knuckles here.
All right, what we got in the back rooms here?
That's amazing.
There you go. That's adorable. Yeah, so yeah, based off Ancient Greece. Absolutely ridiculous.
I would have liked
Hog
that.
of War. Yeah, I
Dude,
mean,
I adore
you're a Moist
fake
fan.
box art for games. Like the era of everybody making their own potential box art for Kingdom Hearts 3 was amazing.
Wayne, did I ever
Mhm.
show you my box art of what I think the Sonic fans want?
I don't think so.
I gotta find this now. Yeah, hang on, I'll grab it for you. I'm just gonna load it up in Photoshop. You guys continue talking.
all right, let's see here. Amy's tarot cards, we all know that.
Yeah.
God damn, do we know it by now? Jesus fucking Christ, they won't let us forget.
Did you know Amy
Yeah,
likes
no.
tarot cards?
I'm sorry, I'm over it.
To be fair,
I'm over all of it.
In
I'm
fairness,
over all of these
yeah.
little factoids from old fucking manuals being the entire personality.
in
for these
fairness, I am glad that there's finally some actual evidence of this thing that's been in a manual. Like, I've been saying it for ages. Is like, why is that only
can't
written
wait.
down?
I can't wait to see Vector just whip out his Bible and just go,
yeah.
"All right, everyone."
Yeah,
Buy a
Wayne.
little
Wayne,
crucifix and some holy water.
I made this, Wayne. This is what the Sonic fans want.
Anyway, where are we at here?
Put it in the back.
This one I don't know.
Good.
Who is Max the
Good.
monkey?
I have no idea.
That's me and my monkey.
Have a funky monkey.
Oh my
Friday.
god, I've been stuck on those videos. Stop it, Wayne.
Let's see, Max the monkey. Oh, okay. It was during that. It was like the old band artwork of Sonic.
Okay.
Like Max the
Yeah.
monkey was just one of the characters that was in that.
Fair enough.
Oh, hey.
Sonic Sense. That's just sneeze, right?
Oh yeah, like it's in Prime actually. He has like a sneeze reflex.
I think that was really early on. I don't know where.
They bought it in
I
Prime,
thought he said something. No.
but it's not
That's
like a
cute.
literal sneeze. It's like you get a weird little tear in your eye. It's that kind of way of getting him to finally cry like everyone wants.
What are you talking
Everybody
about?
just wants to see the hedgehog cry.
That in Sonic Prime, he gets this thing called like a hyperactive sneeze reflex. It's a real thing.
That's not. Yeah, but that's not what this is referring to.
Well,
I think the
you're not the one I love.
This is a 3-year-old iceberg.
But fuck off. Like, maybe they brought it back in. You know, like, here's the thing, right? If this is a 3-year-old iceberg, the thing about Fang being a fucking Jaboa, that's now been confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is a Jaboa?
So weird
thing.
little rodent.
Sounds like that place that we all colonized in Spain.
Sure, we talked about earlier. Just
Yeah, it's got long
that's
legs.
that's when the ending gets locked out as DLC. Wait,
It's okay if it's free. I don't care, alright? I'm just excited.
that
for-
was more.
you want to
yeah,
take this next one?
What
That
is
was
it?
more a joke.
What is it?
Series Rat.
Chris Chan and Sonic Boom.
Oh, right, yeah. So there's a theory that there's two theories. There's two separate theories that they referenced Chris Chan in Sonic Boom. The first one being that Sonic mentions that he hates pickles in his burgers, and people thought that might have been a reference to Chris Chan, who famously hates pickles. But that one's a reach. However, there is the second one where there's this Sonic geek guy that worships Sonic, and he kidnaps him. And he basically, you know, makes him enact, like, Sonic fan fictions with him and stuff. He's done a painting of him, and his arms are, you know, the tan color instead of blue. Because
Wait.
that was something Chris Chan was very upset about. However, I don't think it's based on Chris Chan. I think it's based on Stephen King's Misery.
I was about, yeah, no, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I feel like the Christian thing's a bit of a reach. That's because Misery is something that's been referenced and parodied like a million times by other properties.
Are you-
The main
Are you
reason...
sure?
I'm saying,
Are you sure?
hang on. Don't
Are
they
you
have
sure
like
it's not
a
the
sweater?
thing?
Have what?
Yeah.
Are you sure
There's
it's
a-
not the scene in?
I know
Sonic Boom
you're
where they
thinking
use
of the
spray
taper.
bottles?
Yeah, I'm talking about the taper from Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom taper. I don't think he has a stripy shirt on though. No, it's not a
I'm gonna
stripy
look it up.
shirt. It's got, you know, it's blue. It's got some white stripes on like the cuffs. But...
So
I mean, he does look a bit like Chris Chan in that he's a fucking lard ass. But like,
but a lot of people have just done edits on it. I think it's gotten to the point on the internet where people have probably seen more of the edits with the sweater on than the actual
Yeah.
polo.
the the Sonic Boom writers on Twitter have acknowledged Sonichu jokingly. The Sonic movie people have acknowledged Sonichu jokingly, but like I don't think it's the kind of thing that's ever actually made it onto the show. And I definitely think that in the case of Mark the Taper, he's more just based off of a creepy fanboy. And if you want to put Chris Chan on that, you can. But like, I don't think he's based on Chris Chan. And the tan arms thing, we like to pin that on Chris Chan, but we all at some point complained about the color of Sonic's arms when Sonic Boom wasn't out.
I didn't because I didn't care.
I would say that
your
if
suspicion.
anybody was going to reference Chris Chan, it would be the writers of Sonic Boom, and I think they would be very, very, very careful.
If they
with how-
did,
Yeah,
then they
because
were
I
careful.
feel like there's some like there realistically there might actually be some legal consequences for directly basing.
I mean,
I don't know,
it
like-
didn't stop
So-
them from Justin Bieber. Like that was a thing.
So yeah, according to Sonic News, and I mean he's a public figure. Chris Chan's a problematic little thing.
Yeah, that's
Um,
those are a little different.
I mean, this was before Chris did that. So like,
Yeah.
Well, here's some stuff they're pointing out here on Sonic News Network. Despite being denied by writers of the show, as they smartly would, Mark is constantly compared to the infamous internet personality Christian Weston Chandler due to being an overweight nerd with large glasses and short, greasy hair with a spiked fringe.
but that's just
Mark
nerds.
also has. Let me finish. Mark also has an awkward lack of social awareness, similar to Chris's autism, and is especially reminiscent of his clingy, stalkerish behavior around women. Mark also orders orange soda, which Chris is infamous for drinking, and there is a reference to Blue Arms, which Chris hated. And Mark attempted vehicular manslaughter on Sonic, like Chris did with Michael Snyder.
Actually, that is starting to stack up a little bit. Especially the orange soda one would be a particularly grim thing for them to reference, though.
It's just, if anybody was going to do it, it would be that writing team.
I
and they
still
would also
think-
be smart enough to say, I don't know what you're talking about.
I still think
I-
it's more just a nerd archetype, personally. But
I'm a little happy in that there's a lot of references to things in there that I don't know about because I do my damnedest to just stay away from every piece of information about that person that I can. I do not find Chris Chan fascinating. I do not find them funny. I just find them upsetting to know about.
I mean, that's the healthy, like that's the healthy.
Yeah, you're the functional human being of this group. Congratulations.
You really don't want to enjoy the Chris Chan story. You gotta be lacking a little bit of empathy to be really enjoying that.
Yeah, I'm so over it.
I think.
Well, before this turns into a whole Chris Chan conversation, we should probably move on.
always ways to keep
Yeah.
an ear on the ground with these things, though. You know what kind of people to keep an eye on.
Whatever you feel like, dude. Like, I think we know enough about Chris Chan to say that I think that's enough of him.
That's enough internet for today.
Yeah.
Did we do the shadow based off Sonic 3 mural? Is that kind of what we were just talking about?
No, we haven't, but like I think we've all like danced around that theory if we haven't gotten there ourselves, but I think that's a popular fan theory at this point, right?
Is it
like
cool?
Gerald Robotnik went to Angel Island and based his stuff off the murals.
Is it cool if we kind of...
Right. Sorry, I was
Sorry.
I thought like the design of Shadow the Hedgehog, like in the real world. No. I like love that theory, and I think it actually holds a lot of water, and I like the way it connects things.
Is it cool if,
What were we
like,
thinking?
after this block, we make like an American Doctor and cut it off? Because I'm
I
getting
think I'm
hungry.
okay with that.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Shall we move on to super chats then, and we'll save the rest for next week?
Yeah,
Sure.
let's do
I'm
that.
fine with
Let's
that.
do that.
Alrighty. Two-parter, everybody. So, starting us off on the super chats is Omega Mr. Salty with $2.99, who's being a yogurt male because Omega Mr. Salty doesn't need to be heard. Omega Mr. Salty only wants to give. So thank you, Omega Mr. Salty.
Thank you. OzJam H is up next with $5. Thank you. Hello, little Shrek gamers. Hope y'all are grand in the sewer land. Enjoy some gamer milk that is guaranteed not to be from mutated testudines. What's that? I don't know what that word is.
I don't
That's
know
a
what
real
that
word,
is.
and I don't know what it is.
Testudines.
Testudines.
Look that
I
up.
feel like that's supposed to be a reference to turtles. I feel like you should know that one.
I mean, all of this.
Oh, yeah,
stuff
that's a
is
form of
reference
turtle.
to turtles. Yeah, that is. I don't know that word. I hate that. How do I not know that word?
Well, you know it now.
It's so testically.
Mean Asian
Next one we
mutant
have is
needle
from-
teetles.
It's my favorite adjectives that I've learned this year are telopsy and testically.
Oh my god.
Go on,
That's
Sirius.
awesome. Cool.
The
That's
next
really
next one
rad.
we have here is from Mr. SP. Thank you for the 807. Sunset City on a Monday. Looks like I'm going to have a new favorite day of the week. Well, maybe not, but Mondays are definitely going to be better.
The burger thing feels so fucking redundant now. It's done. The burger is over. We're done with the burger. All right. Wayne, you're
Don't
up.
get to decide that for the rest of us.
No, I've
Let's
decided
see.
it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Who
I
pays
tried.
you?
Anyway, we got our pal Jamal with $5. Happy B Theory Monday, everyone. Milk Bro Forever Wallace. Hashtag Nick X Sally Cannon Turtle Power.
At first, I thought I said cannon torture power.
Is your torture power not canon?
Cannon testicle power.
I'm gonna pour fucking boiling water over your balls if you keep on like that.
Yes, did
read
you?
the next one.
Ninja Turtles.
Okay, the next one is from our pal Jamal with $5. Hey guys, what your opinion on the TMNT movie that came out? I still need to see it.
I need
It's
to
good.
see it as well.
Alongside
I did a
Oppenheimer.
video. We'll do a spoiler cast at some point about it. Otherwise, I do have a video up on my channel going over my thoughts about it. I think it's pretty good.
The video
Funny
was pretty good
grumbling.
too.
Oh, thank you.
I thought it was
All
shit.
right, Crimson Rose with $20. Hi, hi, Crimson.
Hi!
Crimson Rose. Oh my god.
All right.
Thank you for the $20.
Next one we have is from Mr. Noodler02. Go back to Fridays, nerds. My vibe is ruined now.
Wayne, you have to quit the show.
Ow. I work on Fridays now. I can't do Fridays.
You have to quit the show.
Oh.
Mr. Noodler02 said so, and they paid us. So, I don't see you paying the bills. Oh, what is that it for the super chats? What the fuck?
No.
we have
We also got OzJam H with $2. Hashtag Money Stream Sweeps. Better for my sleep.
That's kind of wholesome. The idea that, like, he sleeps, you know?
Yeah.
Just like one of us.
All right, Pop. You got the last one, man.
Oh, it me? Okay.
Yes.
OzJam H with the $10. Natezo is actually from an earlier trailer for Sonic X, where a small clip of a whip supersonic was briefly shown. So people took a screenshot of it and put the file name Natezo, mysterious in Japan. That was what we mentioned earlier, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
so is that the case then? Is that the truth?
So that's
Yeah.
where the name came from. That's where that origin is. And then that spawned the entire Nazo Unleashed thing.
Well, that's not just where the name came from. That's where the design came from too.
Hmm.
That's all from there. It was theorized because wasn't there like power gems or some crap like that? Was that in Sonic X or was that just part of the trailer? I don't remember.
I don't know.
But it's a secret source of power than the Chaos Emeralds, and some people were theorizing that was a different form in general for that.
And
Why
then
the
we
high
got
performance
Dark
matter.
Sonic.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what we got, guys.
So we
What do you
done
mean
now.
by
are
that,
we?
Tom? We're all set. Guys, what have you been up to? Pup?
Oh, right. Okay. So on my channel, I recently uploaded a video ranking every different version of Green Hill, Chemical Plant, and Sky Sanctuary. It's out.
The only 3 Sonic levels.
The only 3 Sonic levels, according to Sega. So you can check that out and see which version comes out on top. You might be a little surprised by some things, and how some opinions have shifted since recent updates to Sonic Frontiers. So check it out. It's gonna give Nick hemorrhoids. I've also
Fantastic.
repackaged a couple of episodes of the Spider-Man retrospective in hopes that they'll get a little extra mileage. So those are on the live-action TV shows, which feature Nicholas Hammond and Shinji Todo as Takuya Yamashiro, the Japanese Spider-Man. So don't miss it.
There we go. Sirs, what about you?
I'm gonna be starting a subathon later this week
Oh, not
because
another one.
recent adventures. We'll go ahead and lightly call them that.
How are you
Have
supposed to
made it-
host the show?
Why would I have to host it?
You're
Don't
always
you
the guy that
host it
hosts
now?
the show.
Once upon a time.
Yeah, it's
But
a
then
long
you
time
took
now,
over.
isn't it? Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is you host it now. I only do backup,
Well spotted.
but
Well,
now
congratulations.
that's a thing I'm gonna be doing soon because again, recent adventure-y things and being all across the United States got way more out of hand than I originally thought they would. But that's the nature of plans. They never actually work out. So, That's something that I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to be doing a bunch of Magic the Gathering stuff on stream during that too for people who care for that. I'll be doing some Fortnite stuff with community members, so people have a chance to hop on and play live with me on there if they want. So yeah, that'll be something for later in the week.
Yeah.
And how about
Wayne, how
Rhapsody
about you?
Then? No, he doesn't do anything. Sorry, go on.
Well, I'm finally making some actual progress in Digimon World. So I have finished the game. Finally, I beat it. I'm so goddamn happy. And now I'm working on scripting. So that's going to be most of the rest of my day. I'm hoping I can finish up the script this week and then get production of the actual video done by the end of the month. But we are going to have to see, and I'm trying not to rush it too much. I've spent too much time and effort into this already to get impatient now. Outside of that, I'm going to be trying to do a couple of more like special side things for Patreon, and I'm gonna try to get back into streaming. But I don't particularly enjoy streaming, so I'll have to see how about going about that. We'll see how that goes down.
You need to 100%,
No,
or else you are not equipped to review it.
I don't think you understand what that game is like.
Well, you need to 100% it, or else you are not equipped to review it. I want you to review all of the game, not just the little fucking pussy bit that you played.
I want you to review the game.
No, I don't want to do that.
Then shut up.
No, you do it. You're the one that wanted to do it. You do it. You wanted this.
Wayne, did you bring enough trauma for all of us?
You chose this.
I want to die. That's
Then
very
put it
good.
away.
That doesn't work so well when you do that. Can we go?
No.
Are we off? Are we done?
I've not done mine yet. Shut up.
No.
But
I mean, are you actually doing anything?
yeah,
Anything
doing
good?
a lot of stuff.
If I'm not editing
So
it, it's really
recently,
worth
shut up.
advertising.
So what I've recently done, my Ninja Turtle review just went out. It's not doing hot, so if you guys could give that a watch, I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, in just a little bit, I will have the Sonic Speed Reading compilation Volume 4 out and up online if you guys would like 3 hours of me not advertising Squarespace to you, because I cut all that stuff. So all that's coming pretty soon. I'm gonna do Gamecom Sonic Jam. I want to get that done this week, and then the Sonic collection video done too. So lots of cool stuff coming up. But yeah, no, now we can leave.
Let's not listen.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
Yeah.
Pop, are you gonna end the
Are we
stream?
done? Are we good?
Not yet.
You're the one that wanted to leave. What are you doing?